Hi everyone, welcome back to the Sports Breakdown. So today we are going to do a live watch along of the first innings of Australia versus Pakistan. We brought a special guest. Obviously, Jack is back with us from the Dibbly Dobbly Podcast, and welcome once again to the Sports Breakdown. Yeah.
Thanks for having me back. It's great to be here. I'm very excited to watch this semi-final between Pakistan and Australia.
It's a big match. Obviously, we know Jack is Australian cricket fan, and he obviously must be supporting the Aussies. And hopefully things will go well for the Australians today, and hope they can beat Pakistan's winning streak in the UAE. So hope that happens. And alongside that, we brought in Bhaskar sir as well, regular member of the Sports Breakdown, always coming to our shows. So thank you so much once again, Bhaskar sir, for joining. Yeah.
Hey, Jack. Hey, Pawan. Yeah, thanks.
Yes. So today will be obviously now the toss is I think just 2 minutes behind if I'm not mistaken. It starts at 7 p.m. So let's see how I think good news is that for Pakistan I think both Shoaib Malik and Mohammad Rizwan has recovered from a flu. So they'll be fit to play for the semi-finals. So for Pakistan cricket fans, as a boost today. As we can see here, Mohammad Rizwan and Shoaib Malik has declared fit by the medical team. So yeah, um, I think that would have been advantage for Australia if these two didn't play actually. But now they are back to play for today's match. So yes, let's go back to the toss coming up. Obviously, I think fielding has been the most preferred choice for all sides. I mean, most of the teams for the 2020 World Cup, except for Afghanistan, I think. So, yeah. Do you think Pakistan will change it up and bat first, actually, Jack? I mean, today, like for a surprise.
Um, I don't think so. I don't think you want to change anything in the semi-final. So you want to keep doing what you've been doing. So I think they'll probably bowl first if they win the toss. Same with Australia as well, if Aaron Finch wins the toss today. So I don't think both teams will change it up.
Yeah, because I think Pakistan did try, I think, an attempt that against Scotland, if I'm not mistaken, to bat first. But I think that was for in case they lose the toss. I think that they took that challenge to bat first in that match against Scotland. I think today they won't take any risk against these mighty Australians, and especially with Warner and Finch back in form, obviously, and then with the bowlers wise, Zampa, Hazelwood, they've been bowling in the right lanes. So yeah, so it's going to be a good contest today between the both teams. Yeah. So we are getting updates. Let's see who's going to win the toss. Still, I think it's 7 sharp, but no updates yet. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not showing it on TV yet. Yes, I think, like Jack said, that bowling first, definitely. I think 10 out of 11 matches have been one team chasing here. And I think, like we discussed yesterday also, right, that the advantage beside the due itself of knowing what a target is, how hard you should go, will definitely benefit the team who's chasing. And I think the tournament has been set up like that. And I think the trend in T20s for the last few years, if you look at IPL, LPL, BBL, all those, like I was looking at some matches for WBBL, and obviously the teams chasing are also doing quite well. So it's across the short form games in women's cricket also that chasing teams have a big advantage. Yeah.
True. Yeah. So waiting for the toss. Seems like Australia going to be unchanged. Is what news is happening. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, I
Could
think
be.
nobody will make a change. I think we saw England had to make two force changes with Roy and Mills going, and then they really struggled to have a death bowler, and the whole lineup got disturbed. And I think both Pakistan and Australia have fine tuned. I think the only change which Australia were making was Agar playing, and now they've figured out that it's better to have a deeper batting lineup and mix the fifth bowler with Stoinis, Marsh, and Maxwell. So I think they will still hold that one, and I don't see Agar playing in this match. What do you think, Jack? Is there any chance of Ashton Agar playing this match?
It'll be crazy to do that. Yeah, keep the same team. Mitchell Marsh at number 3 is a better option than having
Yeah,
Agar in. I don't know why they did that against England. For some reason, it backfired. Just keep it with 7 specialist batsmen and have 5 bowlers at the end of the day.
yeah.
Yeah. True. Just checking the toss. What's going to happen? Still, I think there's no updates on that.
They are in on my TV screen is showing they are shaking hand right now. They're doing a pitch report right now on the TV. Yeah, I don't know whether you guys are watching the match also. Yeah,
No, I'm watching the match, but I think in mine it's still a bit behind. I think I'm not watching it on TV though. I'm watching it
yeah,
online. So yeah, bit
yeah.
behind.
Yeah.
Let's see though. Okay, we have Venkat here also, who's joining. Hello,
Namaskar.
how are you? How are you?
I'm
Namaste. How
awesome
are you?
as always. So we have
Back.
this is we don't this guy's always introducing as the Dibbly Dobbly Podcast guy. What is your name?
My name's Jack. So
Hey Jack.
that's my name.
Because I remember Aryan was like from the Dibbly Dobbly guy. Dibbly Dobbly guy. That's your name for me.
I
Yeah,
did
But
tell
Aryan,
that I think once or
one of the
twice.
funniest things is Aryan once messed up the name also of the
Oh,
podcast in one of the
Australia
posts
has
he
won
did.
the toss.
Hmm.
Australia has
Hey,
won the
so
toss.
Jack, you must be very
Okay,
happy.
that's good.
Australia won the toss.
Australia. Jack must be very
Yes.
happy over here.
Yes. I'm very happy that Aaron Finch has won the toss.
Yeah.
But we've got to bowl well. That's the main
Mm.
thing. Pakistan's openers are quite dangerous. So, but that's good start.
To give you some support as an Australian fan, Pakistan is a volatile team. You never know. On their day, they can defeat any team. On their day, they can lose to any team.
But I think Pakistan has never beaten Australia in a knockout game in any World Cup or ICC trophy.
Is it?
So that's yeah.
So,
Never.
Well, they
Interesting.
played in that
Interesting.
T20 World Cup final in 2010, didn't they?
No, 2010 was England, right? Final.
I know Australia versus England. I think.
And semi-final is when the Michael Hussey hit 3 sixes of Saeed
Hmm.
Ajmal, right?
Ah,
So that's
what a match
that
that
one.
was. Mike
Australia
Hussey.
also won that
Mhm.
match.
Yeah.
Hussey, no one expected Hussey to play that aggressive towards the end. It was almost like what Nisham, what a Mitchell did yesterday. Like Hussey was till that point like a 120, 140 strike rate guy, but suddenly hitting back-to-back sixes.
Yeah, but last over, like they had no choice. Like, I think they needed 16 or 17 in that over, right? So it's like Brad White coming and hitting 24 of that last over.
See, Brathwaite was still a unknown commodity. People didn't know what to do or what his strengths or weaknesses were. So it was still like a arrow in the dark.
No, but I think
Hussey,
England, like, it's like I think that yesterday's game and the final was exactly nearly the similar game.
yeah.
England posting a pass score and then taking early wickets and ahead of the game, and then one big hitter coming and that bowler going for like
Yeah.
Jordan is kind of the better dead bowler in my books than Stokes, and still he also kind of floundered. And I think if Livingston had taken that catch, well, no, not the one which went for six, but the next ball, things
Yeah.
could have been different. But I think Nisham has still done enough damage.
Did you
I
see my
think
post in the group, Bhaskar sir?
No, I
England
didn't see
cannot
that.
win without Archer, Stokes, and Kumar Dharmasena.
true over there. I think they did have Kumar Dharmasena. They defeated him somehow yesterday. His controversy changes, but yeah. And did you see Kane Williamson at the end of the match? Him sitting
And
down and not,
and
I mean, not reacting whatsoever
yeah, and
after
Nisham
the
had a tweet
victory.
right that not done yet, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Uh,
See, this is what
Yes.
like one of the not reacting much is one of the things that Dhoni did in the 2007 against Australia. Like, don't celebrate as if you are a underdog and defeating like a strong team is such a big upset. Be proud of yourself. Be confident in yourself. Okay, you defeated a strong team because you are also a strong team. If you are reacting, that means you are surprised by the win by yourself.
Yeah, true. So both teams are unchanged. That's the news going on. So that's good. Both Rizwan and Shoaib Malik have recovered from the flu. So that's good. Small flu it seems, but they're both recovered. So both teams are unchanged. And Pakistan again they have to bat first. I think last game also they did bat first against Scotland, but this is definitely a different game. Hope. I mean, obviously, I think they'll start slow. I would feel today also, and maybe take the challenge towards the end and score some quick firing runs, especially the middle order, especially Hafiz, Malik, and Asif Ali. Those three players, even Baba Azam, if they don't get out, obviously good openers as well. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. And obviously, Australian bowlers also Hazelwood and Stark. It's a good matchup today. Right
Stark
handers.
versus Azam. That's a juicy matchup.
No, I think even Hazelwood is in like tremendous form. And then this is the first time, I don't know, they were showing a stat that Hazelwood, Cummins, and Stark are playing together mm,
Yeah.
in a T20 match. Obviously, they played together in the
Test.
2015 World Cup, and obviously test matches all the time. But that's how it is. So I think Australia, I think given winning the toss is a big advantage. I think going in, and with Stark, he can strike in the first over, right? So we'll have to see.
Yeah, true.
Mm.
Yeah, let's see how it goes. But yeah, gonna be very interesting match. Obviously, Pakistan also obviously thinking that they can they know their conditions, but I think I feel that Australia at the moment had advantage. Jack, what's your point right now? As your feelings right now for this first innings ahead? How,
Um,
yeah,
yeah, it's a big advantage winning the toss, bowling first. The key for Australia is to take early wickets, get rid of Azam and Rizwan straight away. And then you can put pressure on them because Pakistan will be under pressure in this match. There's a lot of expectations on them. And Australia feed off this pressure in knockout matches. So if Australia can exploit that, take a few early wickets, put them under pressure early, then I think they're well on their way to win this match.
yeah, and
Also,
especially
to
I
add
think
that, playing in
yeah, continue, continue.
knockouts, it's a very different game. Like the reason why a CSK or a MI does well in knockouts, they have been in that situation many times. Why it's difficult for a young team or a new team which has not seen knockouts for a long time? They don't know what that scenario is like. Skill, everyone has skill. They're playing on the biggest stage of the game. Everyone has skill. There's no doubt about it. It's more about the mental pressure. Now, here where I like to give some credit to Pakistan because along with the Azams and Rizwans, they also have the Hafizes and the Malik. So even if you have an early wicket somewhere, a Malik and Hafiz will immediately come in to steady the ship. You will not see a collapse anywhere.
Yeah, yeah. I think the collapse will not be there, but I think early wickets will actually dent Pakistan's ability to
Yeah,
attack
yeah,
the fifth bowler, and that can have an impact on this one because if
true.
they lose, because I think Pakistan's strategy, if you look at the quality of Australian bowling, their fifth bowler is clearly the weakling, right? Because the gap between the top four and the fifth is huge. Whereas if you look at in
Huge.
Pakistan's case, Rauf and Shadab, you will say, okay, and Hassan Ali, they are kind of similar in terms of what
The
their
gap is
bowling
not that big.
will be big. So yeah, so to me, that's why the holding wickets for Pakistan will be very, very critical. And then I think I don't think they played left armers like Stark so far, right? Like we don't know, obviously played Trent Bolt. So I think let's see what Stark can do because Stark has this big match thing, right? The World Cup
Yeah,
final, he
yeah.
took the first over. So let's see. Yeah.
Yeah, even
I
Naveen is
remember
saying
that bold he took off Stokes, where Stokes just let his bat go in the 29 World Cup. Like how I like to see how these guys face against such fiery Yorkers with Stark.
yeah, Naveen here says interesting comment. It would be an exciting contest between Pakistan openers versus
True.
Aussie fast bowlers in the power play. This is what we just discussed a few minutes ago. Yeah, very exciting of how Stark and Hazelwood is going to bowl and the lengths, especially whether they'll bowl Yorkers or short length, depending on the pitch. So it's going to be interesting and how Rizwan especially will handle Stark and Hazelwood's pace, especially. So it's going to be a good matchup between both these teams, and especially the power play. I think will determine everything. I think for 6 or 10 overs, but I think New Zealand and England, it was definitely the last 5 overs that determined everything. What a match yesterday! From especially from Dariel Mitchell and Nisham yesterday,
Nisha.
57 of 24, and they somehow managed to win that match.
See, they got 57 in 18, I think.
No, 57 of 24. Yeah. And we have Aryan here. I think there's some commentary going on.
Aryan, there is some audio from your side.
My side. Wait, I'll just... Okay.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
I
something
think
was up. Yeah.
I think
Oh,
it was
my crick info was open. Oh my god. I just did a video, so yeah. My bad.
but 57 of 24. I think New Zealand required in the last 4 overs. I think that was the highest chase. I think from the last 4 overs, I think that was the highest amount of runs that was chased by a team yesterday in a 2020 match.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So
telling Pawan. They needed in 4 overs, but they chased it in 3.
yeah, true. Yes, in the 19th over, yes, they got the win. Yeah. Jack talked about yesterday's match. How good was Darian Mitchell and especially Jimmy Neesham also. Especially Mitchell, I think he had a slow start in the power play, but then accelerated towards the end and finishing the match off for New Zealand. So thoughts on that? Yeah, on Darian
Yeah,
Mitchell
it was an unreal knock, wasn't it? And he just played an absolute blinder, I think. Watching it back early today when I was watching the second innings. It's just unreal. And Neesham just attacking Chris Jordan in that over. That's where the game turned in favour of New Zealand, and they got it wrong, England. And I think it went for 23 off that over, and Neesham got his revenge in that World Cup final in 2019. He got his own back there. He said, "Cop that, Chris Jordan." And New Zealand got their revenge. No, it was a great win. It was probably one of the best innings I've seen in a while in T20 internationals from a run chase point of view. He just
Jack,
played a
do
good
you
innings.
think there will be a Trans-Tasman finals?
I hope
Maybe.
so.
2015 World
I
Cup
really do.
final
Yeah.
once again.
I think some things are, like we say, meant to be. I think this win for New Zealand was meant to be after that heartbreak in 2019.
See, they are due a World Cup in the white ball for a long time. They are due a World Cup.
Yeah.
Just think about it. We call MS Dhoni the greatest captain, one of the greatest captains of all time. The things that he won. Kane Williamson is going in a similar line now. He won from World Test Championship to his getting into. He went to 2019 finals, and now again of another finals. Kane is making a legacy.
And I think I think he reached the 2019 World Cup final, then the World Championship, and now the 2020 World Cup final. So all three tournaments, I think, except if we don't count the Champions Trophy, he's reached all the finals as a captain. So yeah, so big achievement done by Kane Williamson.
Yeah.
And I think it's not their main sport, also, if I'm not mistaken. Cricket is not
No,
their main
All Blacks. All Blacks.
Rugby is their yes, their main sport. So not many people. I mean, people do watch, I think, in New Zealand cricket, but not that much. Unlike, I don't know about Australia. I'm not. I think cricket is their main sport, right? If I'm not mistaken.
No, rugby is quite famous in Australia as well, I think.
AFL, which is like a Australian rules football, sort of like rugby, but on steroids. That's what it is. If you see it, it's like rugby on steroids. That's the popular sport during the winter, but cricket's the big sport in the summer. So, it's quite popular in Australia, cricket.
Yeah, Venki pointed out about the legacy of an ICC trophy-winning captain. Pawan, you are in Sri Lanka, we are in India, and Jack, you are in Australia. Yeah. People rate the captains by the number of ICC trophies they won.
True.
We still criticize Virat Kohli for not having an ICC trophy, even though if you look at the large picture, he has transformed Indian cricket and he's brought that aggressive culture, that fitness regime, all of that which was not a part of the Indian cricket.
Aryan.
Yeah,
we criticize Sachin Tendulkar for being the worst Indian captain. Okay, if Sachin is getting criticized, there is no scope for Virat Kohli. Okay.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, I think he captained in 1999 or something, if I'm not mistaken, for a few matches.
Post that whole match fixing scandal.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, there is an interesting story that Rohan told me on the other day. So, in one of the games in that post that scandal, when Sachin was there, during that time itself, I think, Sachin came to know that some of the guys are planning to fix one of the lower order batsmen. And Sachin came to know, and Saurav Ganguly was opener at that time. So, he went to Saurav and he used to call him Dadi. We call him Dada, but Sachin used to call him Dadi. Like, Dadi, aaj out nahi hona hai. Today, we are not supposed to get out. The guys scored an opening partnership of 350 runs to not. They did not. You will fix only if you come to bat, right? Will not let you bat only. He batted through the entire game.
And well, Yeah, I think that was something. Sachin. And
Sachin was Sachin.
Pawan,
Hmm.
Jack, I just had a matchup in mind. I mean, Stark versus
Azum.
Rizwan, because Rizwan plays a lot shuffling across to the off stump, and he comes in with the in swingers, and Hazelwood and Barber. So these two matchups at the start on a Dubai wicket, which is a kind of a tricky at the start. How do you look at these two matchups, and can Australia really take advantage in the initial overs? Right at
Um, they can. They're two very good matchups, Stark and Rizwan and Hazelwood as well. The key for them is to get the line and length right early. If they can do that, then they can be a handful. And I want to see Mitchell Stark charge in and be aggressive and let that Kookaburra ball with aggression. He's
yeah.
been criticised because he's out of form and he's starting to come back into some rhythm. So
Yeah.
all I want to see from Stark today is that delivery he bowled to Brendan McCullum in
Oh yeah.
2015.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
I want to see that, and he
Oh,
gets rid of
Yeah.
Rizwan or Azam first over, and that's the game done, as it was in
Brilliant. Yeah.
2015 when Brendan McCullum got out for a duck.
and
I want to
not
see
the
that type of
2019
aggression from
Yorker to
Mitchell Stark.
Stokes. Not the
Yeah,
2019 Yorker to Stokes.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
remember
that
that
one
as
too.
well.
That was a pretty good Yorker he bowled. But
Yeah.
he's a
This is
Yorker specialist, Mitchell Stark.
Yeah,
When he
but
gets it right, it's
Mitchell
very
Stark,
hard to play
yeah,
it.
Mitchell Stark is at his best when he just runs in without caring about anybody. And I don't want to say the words, but I saw the words on his bowling armband,
Yeah,
and well, he gets, you know,
yeah,
and
just
he gets motivated by those, and I hope he pulls the Stark we knew in 2015. He's
Hmm.
as Jack said, he came into rhythm against Sri Lanka. I mean, you're talking about Yorkers. That Yorker to Kusal Pereira, that was a
oh,
good one, and I think we saw that the glimpses of old Stark in that one
I
for
think
sure.
Sri Lanka brings everyone back to form. Even Warner came back to form, Stark back to form in that match
oh
itself.
god,
See, the thing about
Yeah.
Stark is now, you remember the bullies of the 2000s, the Australian team. We're talking about the Clarks and the Pontings and the Simons and the Gilchrist and the Heydens. The only
Hmm.
guy who still seemed to have that in the current lineup, current Australian lineup, is the Mitchell Stark. The other guys have somehow mellowed down after all the scandal with Smith and Warner. Like, fair enough,
Hmm.
you play good game, but don't lose that power, that arrogance that Australian team used to carry to the field. Like, you
Yeah.
better be ready, because if you're coming hard at us, we'll hit you back hard double. Like, that was the aura they had. Currently, that aura only Stark seems to carry. Other guys are more like, okay. Even Warner has mellowed down, guys. Like, Warner, can you believe?
He used to have it, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Recently, yeah, after the IPL disappointment, I think after his form, I think he sort of lost that aggression. Yeah.
that
so
is one
if you
incident
beat
that
Gilchrist outside off, you bowl the same ball again, he'll smash you for a six. You if you try to beat me, I'll hit you again for a better shot. That was like the
Hmm.
aura these guys had. Like,
Hmm.
Stark still has, you hit me for a six, I'll get you bowled the very next ball. He'll try to get your wicket. He'll try to get the head of the batsman probably in the next ball.
The 2007 World Cup final for Australia, Gilchrist, that knock,
Ah,
that
oh,
was superb. We'll never forget that day, that 149, and especially
and
having a ball in his glove that day and
the golf
scoring
ball,
that,
the golf ball theory. Jack,
yeah,
has
golf
it been
ball, yeah,
solved
in his
yet?
glove, yeah,
What do
while
people
batting.
still think? What do people still think about that in Australia? The golf ball theory.
like Gilly's knock in 2007.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they still talk about it. They still write articles about it. With the anniversary on this day that Adam Gilchrist smashed Sri Lanka to all parts of the Kensington Oval. Yeah, it's just a once in a lifetime innings from a once in a lifetime player who
Yeah.
changed the
That's
game,
what-
wicket keeping and batting.
Hmm.
You know, he's 100 in Perth, and that Ashes test was
yeah.
unreal
Oof.
as well. That 57 ball
Breathtaking.
century.
Guys, I have a
We have
question on
Aman
Adam
here
Gilchrist to
from,
you guys.
From Dubai,
The
straight here.
only
yeah,
time,
from Dubai in a hotel, yeah.
yeah,
What
And
what
hopefully
was
you can give,
how much centimeter grass on today's wicket? To give us an idea.
I did not go to the ground here. I'm not going to the ground today. Did you not hear?
I'm
Power
just
knows. I'm
kidding.
only going to the ground today.
yeah, on
Yeah.
Sunday, yes, for the finals, yeah.
So he'll
Then
stream
we can
live
give,
from the ground. So he'll show
I'll
us the
try.
live match.
I'll try and
Yeah.
take some videos and send. It just depends. Yeah.
Guys, I have a
Yeah.
question for
I
you
think they
on
give
Adam Gilchrist.
access.
The only time we
Yeah.
saw Adam Gilchrist captain was an IPL for the Deccan Chargers franchise. He won a cup there also.
Yeah, for
If
yeah.
if not Ricky Ponting, have we wasted a very genius captain? Like, kind of cannot call it wasted because that was Ricky Ponting at the top, but have we missed a great cricketing brain who could have captained maybe a legendary side?
Hmm.
Mm, true. But I think Ricky Ponting, he's captains. I mean,
That's
I
the
think the
that's
best.
that's a problem now because there's Ricky Ponting. You cannot question it.
You
It
can't
was Ricky
question him.
Ponting.
Ponting's captaincy over there. Yeah, leading to two
Two,
World
two,
Cups. Yeah,
two World
two,
Cups.
2003 and 2007.
One was
And
war, right?
after Steve Bogg legacy also in 1999, and Ricky Ponting carried that forward. So yes,
He did.
brilliant
Mhm.
era over there for Australia. Those the
Talking
2000s.
about Gillis captaincy, I can be a good judge because he did captain
Punjab captain.
Punjab. Yeah, yeah. And I'm saying because nobody had ever heard of a player known as Paul Valthati, right?
Yeah.
Before
Yeah,
he
that's
was in the squad.
okay. That's
Yes.
exactly what I was going
And
to say. Coming from a
he,
PVKS fan.
yeah, he did say that Gilchrist was the only one who motivated him to open the innings. And he saw something in Valthati in the nets that prompted him to push him up at the top. So I think Gilchrist has got that captaincy instinct of noticing the talent and then providing that talent with the right opportunity. And that's how I think Paul Valthati came to be known in that season. And against that century in Mohali versus Chennai, that was something
Ah,
breathtaking.
don't talk about that. Don't
I think
talk
that's
about
the
that.
one.
It was a
Yeah,
good
I
innings.
don't, I don't care,
Nothing
but
special. Yeah.
yeah, I'll be back after maybe the fifth or I don't know how long you're going. That's the only problem. But yeah, I'll have to be gone till then. Yeah, but
Okay.
Okay, no
apart,
problem.
Bye.
yeah,
Bye.
There was one another story from that Punjab stint of Adam Gilchrist. Uh, this was told by Gaurav Kapoor, I think. So the story is Gilchrist and the leadership group, the coach and the bowling coach and the other staff.
Bevan was the coach.
Yeah.
Mikey
So
Bevan
what?
was our coach
So
that
these
time.
guys they won a match and they were partying in some private club probably. They were enjoying the post match, having some drinks, and Gaurav was there. And he saw Gilchrist and all the guys were in the most ugliest outfits, like a bright pink outfit. All the coach, the captain, they were wearing that. So the deal Gilchrist gave to the team was, if we lose the match, the entire team is supposed to wear these outfits. But if the team wins the match, we will wear this. So just to
Mm,
not wear that outfit, the team used to perform well.
And
true.
yeah,
Yes.
he kind of did that. And well, for me, that season wasn't that disappointing as a fan because I saw that team develop. You had David Miller, who was a young commodity at that time. He came good. Praveen Kumar was there, but enough about the IPL thing. Let's go on to the
Yeah,
match.
let's focus on the match. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I was also thinking. Naveen here says
Uh,
out of 11 games, only one team has managed to defend the total in Dubai. Pressure on Pakistan right now.
no,
Yes,
Which
but
team,
I
which team
don't
managed
think
to
so.
defend?
I don't
I
think
also
so.
don't think. Yeah, today could be the difference.
That
Dipanshu is yes.
Australia versus like Imad and Shadab. How do they tackle the new ball of Imad Wasim? Do they go after him? Do they look to just play him
Hmm.
around? Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, maybe Jack can answer that, and then I'll answer. Yeah.
Well, Australia don't play spin all that well, do they?
Smith,
True.
It's
Smith is the
terrible at
only
playing
hope.
spin. It's true, it is. I think they just sit on them probably, or if the ball's there to hit it. Be
Yeah.
aggressive and use your feet. Get to the pitch of the ball. So be proactive. So I think they'll take calculated risks and not be reckless against the spinners in Khan and Wazim.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially I think Imad Wasim has been really good in this 2020 World Cup so far, for getting wickets also. So he could be the decisive factor. Maybe if he's brought in the power play, maybe he could get a couple of wickets. It would be
Yeah.
crucial getting either Finch or Vaughan out. Yes, I think he's the main. I think more than Shadab Khan, I think Imad Wasim has been the bowler in form, and I think he should be brought in the power play to test these Australian openers, especially, and put some pressure on Australia in the second innings. Yeah.
The thing
Yeah,
is, the
the
approach
next.
towards spin will entirely depend on what is the target. If it's like a 180 target, then they cannot afford to sit on spin.
Hmm.
The thing is, matchups also matter.
Hmm.
Who are the players on crease when Imad comes to bowl? Like
Yeah, but I
if
think
at all there is a player in the lineup, maybe a Finch or a Smith gives me confidence who can take on these spinners. But the
yeah.
other guys, not so much.
Yeah, but the thing is, Pakistan have had a set template. Be it any matchup, be it any batsman, Imad and Shaheen will bowl the power plays. Then you have Hassan and Rauf maybe in the middle overs, and then Shadab as well. And then Shaheen and Haris Rauf can take care of the death. So they have had such a set template that maybe I have always felt that teams could have planned better versus Pakistan, knowing that these are the bowlers for the certain stages that are going to come in and bowl. There was no change from Babar Azam. If you guys noticed any, maybe I'm wrong, but did you guys also see a set template on how the Pakistani bowlers bowled their overs?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did
yeah,
see.
true. But if he's doing the same against this Australian lineup, they will lose. Huh? That will be a bad decision.
Hmm.
See,
True.
no matter what
Yeah,
you
they
say,
shouldn't
Finch is a
take
very
many risks.
experienced
Yeah.
captain. Finch is a very experienced captain.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's true.
And
Yeah.
the thing about this current Australian team is there's not one captain. There's David
Hmm.
Warner, there's Steve Smith, there's Aaron Finch, and
Maxwell,
we are
even.
talking about Maxwell up to a certain level. But the other captain that I'm looking is a Mitchell Stark and a Pat Cummins.
Hmm.
When these guys are bowling, the captains are not setting the fields. They themselves set the fields. What they have their own plans, what they want to do.
Hmm.
They like this guy Zahir Khan had a concept of a batting captain and a bowling captain. Like
Yeah.
when a bowler used to go for a bad over, it was not the batting captain who used to come. There is no point in Virat Kohli coming and telling a bowler like, okay, what Zahir Khan knows what to tell to this bowler. Maybe a tip here and there. Like today, if a Hazelwood is having a bad day, what will a Finch come and tell? Okay, nobody's boy, great. If a Stark has noticed something, okay, see this guy is stepping out. Maybe his leg is moving a bit. Try to bowl there. It makes much more sense to have a bowling captain.
Hmm.
That is why I think Jack also must have noticed the experienced players are always at mid on and mid off, aren't they? Just to give the bowlers the insights of the batsman. They're always around that corner.
Stark obviously bowling the first over. Matchup, I
I'd like
think
to
he.
predict 1 wicket in the first over.
Oh,
Ooh, I'd like to
interesting.
see. This is the time Stark is most lethal. Okay,
Yeah,
Hmm.
and the pace ball surprise.
just watch out for the speed gun, guys. I want to just look at the 6 balls and the speed gun on those 6 balls.
Stark
Lot of
doesn't
Pakistani
reaches his
fans
max
also
speed in
today.
the first over, man. Like I think second over is where he reaches it. First is still warming up a bit.
Hmm. Lot of Pakistani fans was obviously in Dubai more than the Aussies. Yeah, but hopefully
But there
there's
is
some
some support for the Aussies also, I think.
yeah, some
Yeah, as
sort of
Indians, we are all
support.
supporting Aussie only.
Yeah, I want Australia to win, and just for the Trans-Tasman rivalry, I want Australia to win. And win.
So let's see. It's gonna be interesting.
Does anyone know what is the next assignment for Australia after this?
Pakistan
The
tour, right?
Ashes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
shit.
actually.
Yeah,
Starting on the 8th next month. Yeah.
No,
obviously.
there's no like limited over assignment, right?
No.
No, no. Yeah.
I think after that, I think there's a Pakistan series also next
Yeah,
February.
that's in
In March,
March.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, who are the upcoming spinners? Like Nathan Lyon is not there for long. Are there any good prospects for spinners in Australia currently? Please don't
We've got
answer
Mitchell
Zampa.
Swepson.
Yeah, Swepson is there.
Swepson's being talked about. Not really.
Because Australia seems to have this once in 2 decades bowlers.
Whoa, that was interesting for a start.
After Vaughan, probably Peter Siddle had some impact in between than Nathan Lyon. Oh wow, what a ball that first ball.
Beat everyone. Beat the batsman, beat the keeper.
Did it spin at 140?
Inside edge, I think. Slide inside edge, maybe.
Bottom edge. Yeah.
No, it was given as buys. He was
Oh, then
given life.
It's fun.
then it then
Okay,
it's
I
all
think we
late.
have
Missed
our answer.
everything.
No, I think I have our answer. The next spinner in Australian is Mitchell Stark. He turned lightning.
Yeah,
It probably is.
could be.
I didn't see the speed on that one. I would like to see the next.
It was 140.
Just 148.
This is like bread and butter for Azam. Middle and leg.
No, 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 no.
Mm.
Get Azam early. Poor ball man on the leg.
If you would ask any new batsman, what ball would want to get off the mark? Middle and leg, please. Just flick it away for a single. And we all know that when we get the first run, oh, that is the most cherished moment. All the nerves calm down because
And in between in 2017 when Azam was rising up the ladder, getting his name, Shoaib Akhtar had a very scathing review of Azam because people are comparing him to the Fab Four with Williamson, Kohli, and Root and Smith. He's like, those guys hit shots all around the ground. You are just hitting leg glances. That was his review of. And you're giving a ball on your leg stump to Babar Azam, who scored all these runs just on the leg stump.
Shankar here says, let's see how Pakistan play against quality Australian bowling.
Yeah.
well,
It's actually that only.
so far
I
the
think first
quality of
boundary, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Baba Azam, yeah, scores a boundary in the next delivery, 0.4, yeah.
again, Stark has been completely off the radar in the last three balls. I think it's the analyst curse
Come
that
on,
happened
Stark,
with Stark.
make my
We
prediction
were,
true.
we were
Very
building
poor
him up
length,
so
man.
much, and now he's what he's done is he's given three poor balls, and what I feel that all three balls were boundary balls, which Babar
Yeah.
Azam couldn't cash on. Really.
See, the Stark fan inside me, it's like he's laying a trap probably. Then quickly one outside off, something like
Yorker,
that.
one
Maybe
Yorker,
a quick Yorker.
score
Yeah.
crusher.
Maybe in the next over.
Hey, no, my prediction was for this over. Pawan, don't say all this stuff, man.
Yeah, leg side shot there, 4 runs. Yeah. Let's see next ball. Two more deliveries.
And another leg stump half volley. Well, there is swing, but there is swing. That's the encouraging thing for the Aussie bowlers. There is swing available.
But swing on leg stump, if there is swing, bowl
Yeah.
outside off.
Everything is not going right. I was looking for the only positive I could tell for Australia right now. That's the swing is available, and I think Hazelwood will be someone who'll exploit it in the
Yeah.
next over with his height and all.
See, the thing is, there is not just one. If you are still managing to get by Hazelwood, there is Cummins coming in.
Yeah.
Oh, close one, very close.
Yeah,
Nice.
but I think this is a good over by Stark because he's going for wickets, right? He's not going for
Yeah.
control. So I think they know that getting these two batsmen is important. So I think he's going for pace. He's going for it, and obviously he will
Yeah.
miss his line, right? So and 7 runs, 6 runs is not such a bad result for them, given that they were one
Yeah.
inside edge. Yeah, and lucky.
And
Two good balls, three bad balls, and one good ball. Like that is
we
the
talked
over.
about matchups. We talked about matchups, and Jack today, two Australian legends, JL and Hados, up against each other as coaches.
Oh.
Who's more tactically, brilliant according to you? A word on that matchup, JL versus Hados.
2003 finals.
Well, I don't
remember?
know. I think I don't know who's the better of the two. Obviously, there were two great players. Obviously, I did watch that video they did when they were talking about stuff for the World Cup recently. That was interesting. That insight they did.
No, but they also did a video yesterday, right? For ICC
Yeah, that's the
channel.
video. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think obviously Langer has got much more pedigree as a coach. He coached Scotchers for a long time, won BBL with them, and Hados is just coming there. So yeah, I think, and obviously the job which Langer has is so much of pressure job, right? Where Hados is just a consultant for this one. So I think Hados will be having a lot of more fun than Langer, I guess.
Yeah, he'll be having more fun.
Yeah.
like he used to bat.
Another four, I think, from Baba Azam of
He's off the
Hazelwood.
journey.
Yeah,
Oh, shot. Beauty. Beautiful.
beautiful shot.
Australia are missing the plot. If you let Babar Azam run, then it will be difficult to control him.
It's just one ball, right? Missing the plot means like they really matched up. They're just going for wickets. I think.
No, it's like
But
Azam is currently in that league of players where he needs one good shot. Then he will start middling everything.
Satwik here says, hello everyone. I see Pakistan winning here against the Aussie batting, who has only Warner and Marsh in form.
I think today we'll see
20 difference
Finch.
here.
We'll see a Finch special today.
Yes, obviously Jack is in under
oh,
contradiction
close.
over
That was close. That was close. Had he hit, na, I think he would have been
Shankar
stunned.
here says
Oh wow.
Australia have quality all rounders. Yes,
Yeah,
that is true.
I
But
don't
I
think they
think
have quality all
Australia,
rounder. They have bits and pieces all rounders. I don't
they
think
are they have all rounders.
all the three cannot get into any test team on basis of their all round skills. So,
Yeah, sure. That is right. I mean, in 2020, yeah,
no, 2020 also, I don't
The
think
issue is
they are like gun bowlers in that way. I think none of them are bowling like 3 overs per match, right? They're just
yeah,
not completing the quota. So
true.
the thing is the shoes they are looking to fill is Shane Watson. Like exactly none
Not
equaling to Shane
equaling to
Watson.
Shane Watson.
Shane Watson
yeah,
is a legend.
yeah. In fact,
The o-
Crick Info had a big article today about how Shane Watson missing from the Australian. This is the first World Cup where he's not playing; he's commentating.
Hmm.
I hated Shane Watson for like 2 years after the 2015 finals. I mean, dude, come on, you can't be that good.
okay, let's
But
not go down that line in 2015.
he did do favors for CSK after that.
See, he had to come back to CSK and let us win one cup at least. You know?
Yeah,
We
the
made it like
finals.
you will be in
Okay.
the team till you make us win one game by yourself. That's why we kept him in the team till the final.
Okay, so Hazelwood is back on his natural length. Good to see.
Yeah.
After that boundary.
After that, four all good balls. Huh?
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, very good. Yeah, close to stumps also. 1.4 if I'm
And the
not.
best
Yeah,
thing is
this
we're bowling
fourth
on the
delivery.
off stump length.
Yeah, and if anybody does not know, I think Jack talked about meeting Hazelwood. You have a picture with him. He told me on my show he looks
Yeah, I did.
tall.
That was during the South Africa ODI in Adelaide.
Yeah.
The same summer that India won their first Test series, and I got to watch that ODI in Adelaide. That was a crazy match. The Indian crowd went off when Curly scored a century and Dhoni hit the winning runs in that game. It was just a sea of
Australia is
blue
missing
and
Shane
green
Watson like
and
India is
orange.
missing Dhoni.
Yeah.
I think you have a picture of Rick Pontingos if I'm not mistaken, right?
Well, I met Shane Warne.
Oh, sorry, with Shane one. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that's
showed
the
me.
that's the photo. Yeah.
How easy it is to meet this Australian legends in Australia, or how difficult it is?
I met Shane Warne at his book signing. That's how I met him, obviously.
Yeah, but
I
I
you
think
could see him down the street, I suppose. I don't know.
yeah. In fact, like one of my friends gave me a ball of signed by Glenn McGrath, and I asked him that how did he get it, and then he said that he lives in a suburb of Sydney, and then his mom and dad run a convenience store, and apparently Glenn McGrath always visits it to buy some ice cream or something like on the way. So and then he said that one day he came, and then these
All
people were
right.
Chinese people. So they never want like they know who Gulnag are, but the ball is no consequence to them. So they give it to me,
Oh
even I was
wow!
a cricket fan.
Here we have
See,
demigods living with like some 35 guards every moment. Like
Yeah, but I've met the whole Australian team together.
yeah.
Each,
Just imagine Sachin Tendulkar walking into a store for buying some grocery.
see, he will buy the store to get the grocery.
Hmm.
no, but same with
Shankar here
Pakistan
says
also. I agree.
Rizwan looking tensed. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, I
But
would say that.
Maxwell in the third over, all right.
Interesting.
Yeah, they have to
Hmm.
get out their overs. Yeah, Maxwell cannot be bowling in the
Yeah.
14-15 to Shoaib Malik and Asif Ali.
True, true.
They have to get for the fifth bowler.
Another boundary, I think, from Rizwan this time.
Yeah,
His
see,
first boundary.
they are going to target the
Oh.
fifth bowler. There's no doubt in my mind. Oh, that's a drop. Huh?
Oh,
Warner
God,
dropped
yes.
it.
Ooh.
okay. Warner
Because
dropping catches, that's unheard of.
mm,
Yeah, you don't see that from Warner dropping a catch like that. But often those catches when you're running back and you have to look
Yeah, that's
back over
tough.
your
But
shoulder are obviously hard. You did well to get
But
there.
you expect these guys to get these catches. Like I know these are tough, but
Oh,
Well, you drop a
easy.
catch. It's just a part of the game, isn't it?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
either catch them or you're
great
done.
attempt by Warner. Yeah. Satwik does have a point here. The all-rounders of bygone days compared to today have a major difference in bowling, where the early generation would bowl full quarter most of the times, whereas nowadays no all-rounder bowls full overs.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but this is
Yeah.
the discussion I had before with another analyst, and they said that before, if you compare errors, people never used to attack the fifth bowler so much. To like 2015, before 2015, even 2015 World Cup, right? When Maxwell, Watson, Faulkner, they could all bowl their quota very easily. Since 2015 World Cup, after New Zealand and England have started attacking, the run rate between 11 to 40 over is 5.9. Yeah, so that means they're not only attacking the fifth bowler, they're attacking the third and fourth bowlers also. So the game itself, the pressure on the fifth bowler is very high right now, and therefore most teams which are doing well are playing with full five bowlers. Yeah,
okay. Also, one different thing about all rounders, like the part-time bowlers, before this, like the generation that was talking about, there were top order batting all rounders. The all rounders used to bat at the top of their, like
Well,
Kallis, Alice Watson,
Y-
oh
like
yes.
Sachin used
So
to bowl, Dada used to bowl for that matter.
yeah,
10 of
Nowadays,
the
we don't have
Yeah.
this top order
yeah.
batsman bowling.
Yeah, this is another discussion I had. Apparently, what has happened is that because of the amount of cricket these people are playing, the batsmen are having they travel more days. So, like George Bailey was one of the players who had some back pain just by sitting on bus seats and aeroplane seats. So what is happening right now is that because obviously there are people who bowl here. Maxwell wants to be all rounder, but if you look at Smith has totally stopped bowling in that way. So what is happening is that because the amount of stress these bowler batsmen are going, they are actually not bowling that much in part time in the nets. And right now, also the thing which has happened is that because of the professionalization of the game, there are much more net bowlers. Before a team went, the if after the main bowlers had bowled, you had your batsmen used to bowl just to entertain them. But now you've got net bowlers, traveling reserves, so many other people are there. Then by the batsmen don't need to bowl at all. They can just bat and then just go off from the nets.
But this is hampering a lot of teams, to be honest. Like,
especially
pre-
especially the Indian team, I would say, because
especially the Indian team.
Harsha Bogle, Joy Bhattacharya, all the famous cricket experts have had this debate. Indian batsmen like don't bowl, and when the time comes, Indian bowlers don't really bat when you need those important lower order runs. So
No,
that
no,
is
it's not.
something.
I don't think that is true. I think Indian bowlers don't bat well in foreign conditions, which is true for
Which
foreign
is
batsmen
okay.
also. Yeah, no, no,
Which is
because if
okay.
you look at when Stark, Cummins, and Hazelwood will come to India, they will be batting at an average of five. When they were batting in Australia, they'll bat at an average of 20. Similarly, Stuart Broad can score a century at lot, but when his average in Asia will be very low. So I think bowlers
True.
performing in home conditions versus in foreign conditions is a totally different ballgame. When we look at the match and you're looking at the bias of Indian team, you will say, "Oh, our batsman." Because Jadeja has got so many centuries also, right? How many centuries has he got abroad? So I think the trend is that foreign batsmen don't bat that well. A lower order batsman,
Okay, so
Another boundary
yeah.
on the
from Baba
boundary,
Azam.
Australia are
Five
letting
runs already.
Babar off the hook, and you don't see Babar being the aggressor. It's normally Rizwan, but they,
He's not
um,
aggressing,
Yeah.
bro. He's just the
yeah,
leg
he's
balls
just
is just turning.
Hmm.
He's
see
not at all hitting.
his neatness is his aggression. This is
And he's
aggression of
showing that.
Babar Azam.
No, no, but
Risk,
see when I say aggression, I mean like stepping up, taking the
no,
pace
no,
bowler, taking the attack
yeah,
towards the pace bowler. He's just directing now. That's a poor
yeah,
ball.
yeah.
And Jack, what do you
That's
think so far, Australia? I mean that those two overs from Stark and Hazelwood were okay, but Maxwell conceding 10 runs, and now Cummins been brought four different bowlers in 4 overs from Finch, and
Yeah,
no wickets taken also yet.
yeah. It looks pretty ominous, doesn't it? um, Yeah, we just need to get the line and length right, be consistent here. It's a bit all over the place at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
I
just
think
need
they
a
need to get a wicket right now. It's at least
yeah
in this power play. Yeah.
a wicket or two in the
And
power play would be nice.
yesterday's heroics on the screen. Uh, Mr. Mitchell.
Mm, yeah. Mitchell and Nisham.
Even if Australia is not getting wickets, a score of below 50 in the power play is still good for Australia, I feel.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
I
I
think
think
this is a
yesterday
fast start.
also
Yeah, I think England were under
yes,
37 for no loss, right, in the fourth over. So
Yeah,
then
yeah.
it's not that they you can put a breaks anytime once you take a wicket.
yeah, true,
This
true.
this is like I don't think they have got away. I think still Australia, given their
Yeah,
batting,
yeah.
can due are still in advantage. Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
True, true. Yeah.
It's been just, I think, poor balls from Australia that have cost them the boundaries. Otherwise, it's even Stevens right
Disappointed by
now.
Stark, especially. Hazelwood bowled a superb length. His line was
Hmm.
very nice.
Much
Yeah,
better,
true.
much better. So Cummins would come
And
back.
Hazelwood has been brilliant in this 2020 World Cup with the lens, and we saw that even in the IPL for
Yeah, again,
CSK.
Pawan's point right there. I kept going back to the IPL because
Hmm.
amount of game time he got,
Yeah.
helped him really well. And Moeen Ali as well. Both have really benefited from the IPL game
Excuse
time.
me. More than game time, Chennai Super Kings gave England a good top order batsman. England was not even considering Moeen Ali at the top of the order. It was
Yeah,
CSK, it
but
was MS Dhoni. He was like, okay, this guy can hit. You go at number 3.
yeah, but Venkat, I think Moeen Ali has batted at number 3 or 4
Yeah, he's not
before the
always batting at
IPL.
top three. Yeah, and
Yeah, he was batting at top
he
three.
But
and
with
he
these
bats
guys,
top.
they're not
But
giving.
for a domestic team, he bats opening and top
Hmm.
three, right, all the
Yeah,
time.
Yes.
domestic he was, but
I
not for the national team.
Yeah,
No,
no,
national team was, I
so
think,
then,
a bit,
but national team,
bit.
CSK is only coming that at CSK is doing the maths on based on his domestic number and bidding for interesting, right? It's not like they picked the under 19 player and made him
No,
a
no, no.
top
They
order player.
picked him for that role only. The point I was making was you have to give this place chance. Like previously, everyone knew Moeen Ali could hit, but even when a time comes, okay, if a wicket is falling after 12 overs, England would not send Ali before.
Yeah, but
Now they're
Moeen Ali
sending
was,
Ali now.
but Moeen, yeah, I know, but they were telling in 100 he was batting in the top three, right?
Hmm.
100, yes.
Yeah, so 100
100
came
was
before
something.
I
100
feel,
where it did definitely.
no, and before that also he's always top three player in the blast. Yeah, you go
I
look
think
at it.
it's due. I think it's with the situation. I think I think in Test cricket mainly he batted at number 6 and 7 if I'm not
6,
mistaken. Always he was
very low.
Yeah, no,
batting in.
in fact, that's what is in his retirement interview. He said that when Stokes
Yeah, he
came in,
regretted. Yeah, he
he said that
regretted batting
Stokes
on
was
number 6
uh,
because he couldn't
Stokes
get
was
more
given six and
hundreds.
from above, and he said that if they had
Hmm.
given me that confidence, I could have become that batter what Stokes became.
Yeah, true, true. Hmm.
That is true.
Picked
But
up.
this
Okay.
sparks a lot of controversy regarding
I
what
think
is
six first ball if
surrounding
I'm not
Michael Vaughan
mistaken
now.
It's from
of
Rizwan.
Hazelwood.
Yeah. But Australia, I think
Good
Finch
shot.
has made a very tactical error because the way Rizwan plays, he's so strong in that square leg to fine leg region because
Hmm.
of the shuffling and the wrist he has. Don't have a man down there. Uh, you know, you
They
have
had
him
fine
really
leg, right?
flying towards that fine
I
leg,
think they have
not
fine leg.
not like square leg. So he should really have a man down there. That's I
There was a
think.
man. It went
Yeah,
above
no,
him.
but I think if they have that brand there, then they have to get fine leg in, and then that will
Yeah.
open a lot of other shots for them also, right? So, right, they
Also,
already
I
I
have
think
don't
that
that
think
shot
Finch,
was
third man
just
inside
good.
the circle.
yeah.
You cannot have
And
both
Finch
third
did
man
not
and
want
fine
him to
leg.
bowl in the leg line.
Yeah.
That is
No
like
chance for the fielder. That was just pure betting from Rizwan.
But Rizwan breaking Chris Gale's record, that was insane. I mean, most runs in the calendar year.
Hmm.
Yeah, but this is a
Yeah,
World Cup
pretty good
year, and
year.
I think they played a lot of matches, right? They played
Yeah.
PSL, then he played. Pakistan played a lot of
Hmm.
T20 matches, and they played this domestic national
Yeah.
T20 Cup also, right?
Before coming here, yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm
there
not
are a
sure
lot
if
of
that's
games.
counted.
That's counted, yeah. Why not? They're not counted. That is a T20 match, right?
No, but I think that's not international, right? I think that's
No,
just
but
the
the
No,
record
they
is only
don't count it. It's only
T20s.
T20 internationals, I think. They've got
No,
to
no, no.
I
count that
think
for
it's with
calendar year.
internationals if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
No, I
Quickly
think
check.
Yeah. He's beaten Chris Gale's record in internationals, not
Yeah.
T20s in general.
Oh,
In a
wow.
If it was
calendar year.
2020s, I think Chris Gale would have scored
No,
surpassed more runs.
he's got bucket load of 14,000 runs overall, not just international.
People don't have
Really?
that much in test.
No.
But even his test record is good, Chris Gale. Don't forget
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
also.
yeah.
Playing 100 matches also, not easy.
Two
Playing that
triple
much of
centuries.
franchise cricket and 100 test matches and 300
See,
ODIs.
we talk
No, but
about
he
West
played
Indies.
most of his test cricket before
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
franchise started. Because 2000
Yeah.
to 2010, he was a test
yeah,
player. He was test
it was
captain
way
also.
back then. We associate Gale with power, brute force, but we all need to, appreciate the fact that he's done the hard yards. We all know he's gone through the hard yards. He's played good amount of Test cricket, and I think most of his experience before entering the T20 format. And I think one reason for him getting that first century in the 2007 World Cup was basically the amount of cricket he has played before that. So yeah.
Yeah. He's put so much for West Indies cricket, and I hope they give a farewell game for him at least in Jamaica
Yeah,
as
in
requested.
Jamaica. Yeah.
Yeah, that is. He's
That
not
should
retired
happen.
yet. That
Yeah.
that is a farewell game.
He's, I hope the West Indies Cricket Board gives that. I'm not sure whether they'll give. That's the issue. With this
I think
board, they didn't give.
I think this board is quite friendly to the players, right? That's why Bravo came back, right? So I think Gale wants a game. I think
Yeah.
and Pollard is also his good friend. So one game is not going to
True,
do any
true.
harm. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have very disappointed with the board. No matter whatever the issue is, you don't treat your legendary players the way they treated Shivnar and Chandrapal.
No, but that was a different board, not that was a
It was
board
a
when
different board.
which that's why Bravo stopped playing, Darren Sammy stopped playing. That's a totally different board, right? So that's
I think that board was at the time when they came to India and then some controversy.
yeah, correct.
Yeah.
They
They did not
paid
have
2006.
jerseys.
That was in the 2020 World Cup, I think. That's what Darren
Yeah,
Sammy
2020
addressed, I think.
No, 2016. Yeah.
2016.
2015-16, yeah, around that. I think the match was in Dharamshala and Bravo was at the
I think
toss.
Dwayne
And then,
Bravo was captain. Yeah, I remember. Yes,
Yeah.
one match. Yeah. And that tour got cancelled also after that ODI match. They suspended that from
Yeah,
the.
and then Sri Lanka came and played a 5-match series, and Rohit Sharma had 264.
Don't remind me. Don't
You don't
remind me.
remember that?
Worst day.
Pawan,
Worst
you
day
forgot
Sri
the
Lanka
second part
cricket.
of what happened after West Indies withdrew.
Oh my God. Worst time, worst match. Don't
So,
forget.
so we
I'll
could,
forget that match
so
right now.
basically, Pawan is also blaming that chairman of the board for the
Pawan,
264.
like you have forgotten that match. South Africans have forgotten the match where Mahela and Sangha kept them out for so long. Like you've forgotten that. South Africans have also
Yeah,
forgotten
the
that.
600 partnership. Yeah,
Yeah,
could be, yes,
different part.
obviously. Yeah. 600 partnership in SSC, and they couldn't even get both of them out. Yeah. But the 264 was too painful compared to that timing. That the highest individual score. Oh my God, the way Sri Lankan bowlers
Didn't Sri
bowled.
Lanka have 997 in an inning versus India?
940.
Yeah,
952,
talk about that.
952. Yes,
What about that?
those were good days. Yeah,
Highest,
those were good days in Test, but in ODI, my God, that
but
game was
that
yeah,
match
but
still was a draw, right? It was not
Oh,
a
shot.
one that
Yeah, it has
Oh,
to be.
lovely shot. What a shot. This might not be.
Like till date, one of my favorite ODI games is the India versus Sri Lanka game in 2009 or 10, I think, where India scored
Hobart.
414 runs and India
In-
won that by just 3 runs.
Oh, then a Nagpur match, right? Nagpur
Yeah,
or Rajkot, where Sehwag and
yeah,
Dilshan
I
scored
remember
100.
2009. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that three, yeah,
Kulashekhara was
400. I
hitting
think
sixes.
both teams 400.
Yeah.
Won by
I
just
think that
3 runs.
that was one of the earliest matches when this
Talking
new
about
restrictions had come.
400 games, I think Jack's mind rolled back to the South Africa Australia game.
Oh,
Yeah,
The
South
400
Africa versus
game.
Australia.
Now, what was that?
438.
Oh, the
Yeah.
4-3-4 game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
434.
South Africa. Oh yeah, that was a great game. That
Yeah.
heartache for us, but I don't know how South Africa chased down
Hey,
those.
you
runs.
guys know the Jack Callis story of that game, right?
Yeah.
Sorry?
There's a Jack Callis story of that game.
Oh,
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
So what
Like
happened
during
in
the break,
mid inning is South Africans were of course very dejected with the score, and the captain was like, "Yeah, let's play well and
I
everything."
think
Jack Callis
Australia's
stood up and said,
play is
"Guys,
not
I think they are 20 runs short."
Yeah, he said 450 is a par score.
Yeah, 450 is a par score. And
On
that's
this
like,
page.
okay, Herschel Gibbs' eyes sparkled. Oh, really? Then he came.
Hmm. True. 46 for
But,
0 right now.
and that
Um,
was, I think, decent try, but in the end, it was a misfield. I think Maxi is down there. Who was that?
yeah, it was Maxwell.
Yeah.
Hmm. Smith looks
And
very
if
frustrated right now.
for someone like me who has seen live Maxwell fielding and done some unreal things on that day, to watch him do a misfield is like, oh, okay, this can also happen. Some type of disbelief.
True.
He's human.
Yeah, he is human, but he is one
Sometimes
of the best.
superhuman.
I think for some times I feel that Maxwell is only in the squad because of his fielding. He's
What
that
a
good a
ball.
fielder. You know.
Hmm. True.
That ball was just superb.
Hmm. Do say Australia still have a chance if they bring in Zampa now after straight after the power play? I think
No,
that
I
would
think
be
no,
the
no,
I
no.
think
right
46
call.
for no loss is just a par score, yeah, in the power play. I
Hmm.
don't
Yeah.
think
Yeah,
Pakistan
yeah,
is
obviously Pakistan are ahead at this stage.
not
But
ahead.
if you bring a Zampa
No, I
now,
would
it
say
will
they're
be
par.
like
Oh, there's a drop.
Oh, no.
Jack's reaction was like, oh my god.
Yeah, Jack's reaction told it. Yeah. Was it a drop?
Catches
Did
win
it
matches,
carry?
as they say. In
But
cricket.
it
Did
was
it
not a
carry?
drop. It was not. It did not carry.
Did that carry or
No, I don't
did
think.
it
I
bounce?
think it carried.
Hang on.
Let's see.
I'm just having a look at the
Oh,
replay.
the ad break. I'll kill
Oh,
you
it
if the
did
ad
carry.
break.
It hit his hands.
Yeah, it hit his palms actually. Like
Yeah.
up wrist, maybe wrist, not even palms.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it carried. Oh my.
Who was the fielder?
Zampa.
Zampa.
No, he's coming to bowl now.
Second
Pawan?
drop
Pawan?
catch.
Well, I think
Who
Aaron
did you
Finch
want
is
to
saying,
bowl?
you dropped him, you get him out.
Yeah.
What?
Maybe he was thinking about his bowling. Maybe
Yeah.
that's what he was already coming in front to bowl the
No, I mean the drop catches that Australia did. That's what. The second drop catch already, and those
No,
are
the
vital,
first
right?
one was a tough one. I won't blame Warner for that.
No, but
because he made-
that catch also he got under it, right? He's both. He's not that he was reaching out and the ball was away and his fingertips were. It was like his ball. I think that was a drop. Both were tough catches. No catches are easy. People putting all the power, but I think two
Yeah.
drop catches so far.
But also one needs to consider when we're talking about the fielder's capability also. We have seen Warner hold on to these catches before.
Yeah. That's why we're talking
fair
about
to
drop
call it a
catch.
drop.
And tough catches also have been taken in this World Cup. Very
And
interesting.
Zampa straight away comes in after. the
Okay, I have a
pass.
question for Jack. What the hell is wrong with Adam Zampa? What is this hairstyle?
He's
Don't
a
you guys
weird
have barbers?
character, isn't he? I don't know. He does weird things, Adam Zampa. He's a weird character. But you need those characters in the game, I think. Something
mean, but
different.
Get a barber. Or
I
maybe
think
shave
someone
it off.
cut his
Like,
hair in
what
the
is this
team, I
beard?
think.
I think even
I
in the
think someone
dressing
cut
room,
his
I
hair,
think
I
he's a
think.
very funny
He didn't
character,
do a
right?
great job.
Jack. There's so much news
Sorry?
coming with Zampa with the dressing room
Hmm.
being a funny
Yeah.
character.
I think this is the Stoinis influence on Zampa. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was
Yeah,
some.
that-
What,
yeah,
what
they're,
was that whole
like
scandal of
bromance,
Zampa
you have
and
to say.
Stoinis? Yeah, bromancing.
Hmm. It's kind of weird, but there's
No one will care about weirdness if you take wickets. If you take these two right now, whole Australia will love you. So get these.
Yeah,
get
like
these
we
two
love
wickets.
Ashish Nehra.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
He's the
especially I
weirdest guy
think
we had.
2003 World Cup. Yeah, I remember that spell.
Oh,
Yeah,
The
six
thing about
wickets.
Ashish Nehra in 2003 is that guy was just supreme. The spell he bowled and he
Six
took some
wickets,
amazing
yeah.
wickets, just 6 wickets, and just 5 minutes later he's just puking outside the ground. Like that was his shot. Like that's how weird he was. He cannot hold on to that aura. Oh, I'm cool today.
But again, this partnership is insane. Like another 50-run partnership almost from these
No,
guys.
but this is par, dude. Aryan, 49, 6.3 overs. Well, considering a T20 game, yeah.
And only 3 runs so far in 5
No, but
deliveries from Zampa.
I'm
So
talking. I'm talking about the consistency this opening pair has been able to maintain. It's not easy. Be it any format, be it any opening partnership, commendable consistency.
But not in this game. They should be 49 for 2.
Yeah, but yeah, essentially we can look at the hindsight. It's a beautiful thing, but The fact is they've added 50 for the first.
So far, good over from Zampa, but no wickets. They need to
Yeah.
get
So
at least one of them out.
yeah, but what target do you think Pakistan is going for, right? Because now with
180,
for all
180, definitely.
Yeah,
180,
180.
definitely.
180, I think. Yeah,
180, you think? So then
175,
10
180.
overs, what, 80 for no loss? They were like, so that means they have to
Yeah,
score.
at least 80.
Uh, that means
Yeah, but
from now
Pakistan.
on, they are 50. So they have to score 10 and over for the next 13 overs then.
But I think Pakistan are a team who can do that. Especially if even Baba and Rizwan get out, they can bring in Shoaib Malik and even Asif Ali and try to get that 180 somehow.
I disagree with Pawan for only one reason. Pakistan, I'm not questioning Pakistan's ability. I'm talking about Australia's bowling ability. You can hit 100 runs in the last 10, but can you really hit 100 runs against an Australian bowling lineup?
Yes, why
No,
not? I
I
think
mean,
the fifth bowler itself, one bowler can go for 30, 40, right?
yeah,
Oh, that
Stoinis
has
is
Yeah,
to
that weak
be
link.
that has to be Maxwell. You
yeah,
know,
Maxwell,
Stoinis,
Stoinis, Marsh
even
bowl.
might bowl. Stoinis also could
Yeah,
bowl a
why
good
is
pitch.
Stoinis not bowling in this World Cup? Because he is a good bowler with and he's got a good short ball.
But I think he was expensive against Sri Lanka, I think, that game
Mm.
where he
Yeah,
conceded
but
20 runs
come
in
on,
one
it's
over.
So,
it's the
so,
semi-final, and you don't look at one
so
game
Sri
and
Lanka
not.
took one player out of form. Huh?
so, but
All the
Stoinis
players they
always
are getting
bowls
in.
in the power play, right? For Melbourne, he plays for Stars, right?
Yeah, for
He
Melbourne
always
Stars,
bowls in the power
yes.
play. I think that is the issue that he is a power play bowler, and then Australia already has got
And he opens
power.
also for Melbourne Stars.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey,
Again,
Jack,
yeah.
Unmukt Chand getting picked up by the
Yeah,
Renegades. That's
exactly.
some news, man. He's the first Indian to feature in the PPL. Like, good signing
Yeah, I
by
did hear
Renegades.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good. Hopefully, they can allow the international stars to do it, but I don't think that will happen for a while.
Yeah, that
yeah.
one. I think you have to leave Indian cricket before you can play in the
Mm.
leagues, right? Which I think they were discuss. This was one point of discussion where they said that because the Indian players never play high pressure cricket beside IPL, right? So the exposure to high pressure cricket is very less because playing in India is not that much pressure. Where if you're playing for say a CPL league where the owners put money behind you and then you can get dropped after 5 games. Like if you look at people like if you're playing as a foreign player, the pressure is there. The Indians only play as a domestic player. There's 7 places. So the top 30 Indian players have no pressure of getting dropped.
Oh, shot.
Mm.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
And
How
Mitchell
So,
Marsh is
on
bowling, in fact, not
how has he
Stoinis.
yeah.
how the hell has he found the gap? I'm figuring out. That was just a
Strange
short of gap.
decision. Strange decision giving, I mean, Mitchell Marsh to bowl
Oh,
instead of Stoinis.
No, they have to get the
forget
fifth bowler out before 10 overs, right?
Yeah,
forget
I
the
don't
yeah.
decision.
I
It was basically a good length ball, not that short. And this guy,
Yeah, but
I'm
good length.
surprised by
These
the
guys hit all the
fielding
time.
of the
Yeah, good
boundaries.
length is the easiest ball to hit nowadays. Yeah,
yeah,
that's why they call it a length ball.
yeah, length ball, yeah, but
You can
excellent
hit it.
placement.
But I'm
Yeah,
2,500
surprised by
328
the
runs
chasing by
for
the
Babar.
boundary fielders. They were not even looking. They were just jogging there. It seemed
Hmm.
there was no attempt to stop it.
Jack looks concerned. They'll get the wicket, man. They'll get the wicket.
Jack is like, "What are you talking? Our boys are fielding well, man. Don't criticize them."
Yeah,
But Mitchell Marsh
we just
doesn't
need a
bowl that
wicket.
much, right?
That's to slow things down. Well, we're doing an okay job. It's just that we
Yeah,
haven't really bowled well
Yeah.
at
Jack,
times.
Jack must know that Mitchell Marsh has lost some money to some IPL teams. He played for Pune, he got injured. He played for Hyderabad, he got injured.
What next? Could be for that one of the two new teams.
He will come to Chennai
Maybe.
and perform well. Don't
No,
worry.
first you have to see who's the coach. If they're Australian coach, then Mitchell Marsh will be there.
No, Ahmedabad is getting coached by Mr. Shastri.
Yeah,
Not
yeah, that's
confirmed.
news
Not
coming
No,
out.
no,
confirmed.
Yes.
Not
but that's what
confirmed
I'm
yet.
saying. That you usually I think his initially for Pune, his dad picked him up, and then Tom Moody picked him up for this thing, right? So if
Yeah.
the Australian coach is
Maybe
there,
maybe Ponting will get him.
Oh, for
no,
Delhi?
Ponting has already got Stoinis, right? So
Yeah.
until he,
Yeah, but
But
Stoinis
first
might
we
be
have to
released,
wait
right?
for the
Ponting
we have
doesn't
to
have
wait.
Stoinis. He had. He doesn't
Yeah, he
have
had. Yes,
anymore.
that's what I'm saying. Yes, after the mega auction, yes, Stoinis is also
Who
gone.
will
Obviously,
Ponting
yes.
retain? He'll
Overseas,
Hmm.
obviously they'll retain either. I mean, two overseas for Noike and Rabat. Obviously, those are the two.
Okay,
Or
slower bouncer
maybe
and
Rabada
wide.
might be a choice. Maybe Rabada or Hetmai. I don't know. They could go with one batsman and one bowler. I don't know what they're going to do with that. Yeah, the
Pavan, as a
choices can be
DC
very
fan, you
difficult.
Uh,
have bigger
I want
problems of
to,
retaining Prithvi Shaw and Shreyas Iyer. Talk about that.
yeah, talking about the IPL, I want to ask Jack about the Jack Weatherald. Now, I've been following him since the last BBL season. I am impressed by that guy. So, is there any chance he might just get a look in from any of the IPL sides, considering his T20 form?
Whom are
Weatherald,
you
Um,
talking about?
Jack
um,
Weatherald, the opener for
yeah,
Adelaide.
Jake Weatherall. I'm not sure. Maybe he's done pretty well over the last year, a few years and a bit for the strikers, and um, I don't know. Maybe if he does really well, performs well,
Yeah,
catches the eye of the IPL teams, maybe he'll get a gig.
Yeah.
and English, Josh Inglis, maybe.
Oh
He'll
yeah,
be,
he's pretty good. Obviously, he's hasn't played a game in this World Cup.
yeah,
I was hoping he would because he's very an exciting player. Reminds me of a Brendan McCullum in a way.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Same sort of stature.
Yeah,
Really.
and plays those scoop shots to the fast bowlers. Likes that a lot. Yeah.
I heard Ricky Ponting say that. He said he reminds me of a Brendan McCullum when he was commentating the BBL. I think it was last summer he said that.
Yeah.
And he's got a point. He is sort of like Brendan McCullum in a way.
Hmm.
I doubt they will pick because the thing is, Big Bash players have not necessarily left a good mark on IPL, especially
Hey,
the
they
big
don't.
failure of Darcy Short.
What
Yeah.
about
I
Shane
mean,
Watson?
Shane Watson was already an international player, not
Yeah.
like young Big
Oh,
Bash players, like the new names who are coming out of Big Bash. See, one of the most touted names who went for good money was Darcy Short. He had a
Yeah.
phenomenal year along with Jofra Archer
True.
during that season.
True.
For the Hurricanes. Yeah. He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
this
but
kind of puts like questions whether
yeah,
these players are able to adapt to the Indian conditions or not.
yeah, that's true because I think the amount of pace, I think in India, 50% of bowling is spin, whereas there's only 20% of bowling is spin. So that itself is a big. It's just like playing how Australian people play struggle when they come to play test
Yeah,
matches
because
in
I think
India.
even Vaughan and Smith didn't play that much Big Bash also. They just played a few matches only if they don't have international matches, I mean, for Australia. So, yeah. I mean, they didn't play that. They did play for Sydney Sixers, but they didn't play that frequently, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah,
Jack. Yeah.
Sydney Sixers, Sydney Thunder for a bit.
Yeah.
Warner and
Yeah.
Smith, yeah. And Stark and Hazelwood as well.
I think
Yeah.
because those are all the guys are from New South Wales, so they are basically
Yeah.
associated with the Sixers and not the Thunder, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I think the Australian because the BBL runs in the same time as the international schedule. So if you're an international player, there's hardly a window for you to go and play this thing, BBL.
And one name which I've forgotten is Kawaja, I think. Kawaja was supposed to be in
Khwaja.
the Ashes squad, then I think he's lost it,
Yeah.
I think, if I'm not
Perfect.
mistaken.
No,
They've gone for Harris, if I'm not mistaken,
no,
for
but
the.
still number 5 he can be there. But I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
he and Ian Chappell had a big tiff, right? Where Ian Chappell said that we all know Khwaja can score a lot of runs against mediocre bowling. So where yeah.
But he used to play
Well,
for 2020 and ODIs also and was retained as he was playing as opener, but unfortunately his form only costed his
like I am not sure
place.
how much you're supposed to take this Australian commentators because they're very brutal with their words.
Yeah.
Like I think it's quite normal for them to be that brutal on their players. For all we know, he might be just joking about it.
No.
Yeah.
Chappell is always very straight to the point. Yeah,
Mm.
he will
For
call whatever.
everyone is actually.
No. If you look at Ian Healy, all these people, they just praise Australian players. Yeah, they never criticize it. He is the most jingoistic commentator you'll ever see. And if you look at this 10 commentating like Andrew Simon, Adam Gilchrist, Mark Walk, they are just joking, right? They are
Yeah,
not like making they are like
basically, yeah.
banter, right? Their kind of commentary is totally different, right?
Oh
So
yeah, on that Manas Labuschagne controversy also came
Ah,
Oh,
while
yeah.
these guys were commentating, right? So as Bhaskar sir pointed out, joking, and in
yeah,
that joke, some inappropriate words came out of their mouth. So yeah,
see,
yeah.
but my point is, why was everyone surprised? Like, if anyone expected me, like I expected Andrew Simons to be that way. I did not expect him to be any other way, to be honest.
yeah, because Simons, I mean, yeah, he was. But he was great as a player to watch. I think one of the greatest all rounders that Australia had produced.
True.
Andrew
No,
Simons.
no, in one days, right? Not in Test cricket. Yeah,
Yeah, in one days,
True.
obviously.
This thing that surprised me about Simon is a guy of that build being so agile on field.
Yeah.
He was a very heavy guy,
Mm.
and he was so agile, diving here and there with his throws,
Okay.
and always
Now
in
that
the opposition's face.
so 1 over before the break, right? I think they need 10 runs to be par score. I think 80 for no loss, 80 for whatever is a good score for.
Ooh.
Going.
And I
So
think after
Zampa,
the drinks break, one of these is gonna put the foot down on the pedal, either a
yeah,
Rizwan or a Baba.
but I think they should be start going now. With 10 wickets in hand, their resources are too high. There's no way they should like wait for the
Yeah,
break.
just keep playing singles and all that.
Good ball, good
They
first
should
ball
not.
by
That's what
Zampa.
I'm saying. They should go for like 15
Bold
runs in
move
this
by
over.
Finch, going with two spinners in 2 overs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maxwell is. I think if he keeps continuing this, white ball. So if he keeps, Maxwell is obviously going to bowl 3. Obviously, I don't know if he's gonna plan to give him a 4th over. Right
No,
now.
Marshall already bowled one. Na? Why will they bowl
Yeah. So
Maxwell
yeah.
for fourth over?
Okay. 4 overs are done. Yeah.
Mm.
Yesterday, Phillips, Neesham, and who do you call? Sadner bowled 4 overs amongst them. 3 bowlers.
Yeah, but
And
I
I think
think
Phillips only bowled one. Yeah.
Philip bowled one, Sadner bowled one.
Yeah, Sadner bowled 1. So
No, but they did not bowl Sadner because they had left-handers.
left
Moeen Ali were batting.
left-handers.
But apparently
I think
Sadner
that
has a
was
much better record against left-handers versus right-handers. Like today's, yeah.
I still talked about it. I feel that's a very bad myth to have. Left arm bowlers not being able to bowl to the left-handers. Similarly for the right arm off spinners, not bowling to the right-handers. If you're a good bowler, you can bowl to any kind of a batsman.
By the way,
That's what I
Zampa has
would
been
do.
looking terrific in this over.
Hmm.
Except that wide, his
Hmm.
balls are looking very good.
Spinners have been doing really well. Strength for
Yes.
Australia.
Okay, good ball. Again, looking to come down. He fired it in. Saw Babar coming out. Oh, sorry, Rizwan.
Rizwan.
So, I think,
Good.
Jack, does Nathan Lyon require some sort of a support in the spin department? Maybe in the future in the test
But
matches?
Schwepson is there, right? Schwepson is doing really
Well,
well
if we're
in
going to
first
the
class.
subcontinent, which we are, we're going to Pakistan. He needs someone to back
Yeah,
him up.
subcontinent, yeah.
But
We've tried Agar before.
No, but I think
so he-
Schwepson is a much better choice, right?
We
He's
tried
like
John
doing.
Holland. So there's not much support there for him. Eventually, when he
Oh, we got-
has to retire,
Before
then
the
we have
drinks
to,
break. A wicket has fallen and Baba Azam is out.
Babar Azam is out. Oh, that's a big
Just
blow.
before the break.
Wow, only 3
Yeah.
runs in this over. Okay.
Oh, look at Jack. He's pumped up.
Fantastic over.
Just before
Finally,
the
put a
break.
smile on his face.
come on.
Oh, Warner has taken the
Come on,
catch.
smile, Jack.
Okay, I'll also take a break. Okay.
Wow, good. Pine not dropping a catch. And I think Warner caught that.
Yeah.
Yes, it was Warner. So great. Great end to the 10th
It was,
over.
I think, leg break only. Yeah, not the googly.
Yeah, but
And-
they had to go. No? They were also targeting that 80 run mark.
Yeah.
Finally, Jack is happy. Look at his
Yeah, suck and smile
Yeah,
now. I
yeah.
always get
Yeah,
nervous,
yeah.
especially in big games when Australia's playing. You know, we don't take a wicket or we go for runs like this, but I'm very happy with that wicket now. So
So
I'm confident.
officially, we are all forgiving Zampa's haircut now.
Yeah, I told you. Take one of these 2 wickets. Australia will love you. Forget about the weirdness and the haircut. Yes.
I mean, Australia
Jack,
is
how
in some
much
mission
you-
to have a
you
very
made
weird
very
look.
interesting point on Australians caring more about the Ashes rather than today's game. But how much of the nation will be watching this game? Pretty much all the cricket fans and all.
probably people who like both Test and T20. The
Yeah.
majority of them.
Oh,
People
so
who-
there are people who are format specific fans, right?
Yes. Because most people, what I've seen on social media and stuff, they say, "Oh, this is hit and giggle cricket, Mickey Mouse cricket, pajama cricket." You know, that's why people call T20 cricket. I just laugh at that. How did you get that for a name to describe T20 cricket? Most people couldn't care less if Australia win or lose today.
Yeah, I would just like to make a point very interesting. I was fielding down at the boundary 2 days ago. People behind me were discussing why India were eliminated. They were like, IPL is a joke. IPL is the money. They played the IPL and that's why they got hampered. Because it was drinks break. I just came onto the field. I was like, oh my god, our people, they're so into cricket. They keep discussing stuff, and well, from
The
politics
thing is,
to cricket, we discuss everything. We discuss everything in here.
India is a
Yeah.
country of 130 crore cricket analysts. Okay,
Oh,
everyone
no.
is a cricket analyst.
Yeah. If you ask one guy selling some street food, who's gonna win, who's gonna score runs, he can tell you that okay, this thing will happen today. That's
And he'll
that's
give you a
that's what.
45-minute answer with possible permutation combination, what could happen and
Yeah.
what could happen and everything. He will give all the bowling lineup with lines and length and pace as well.
That's what happens. Do people go to bars and stuff tonight in Australia? Have a drink, watch the game.
Well, what day is it? It's Friday morning here, early in the
Oh.
morning. So it's not the weekend yet. They would be on the weekend.
Most probably after the match. Tomorrow night, most
Yeah,
probably.
if Australia win,
Yeah.
if Australia win, yeah,
Yeah. But I'll say most people at home would be watching
yeah.
tonight in the early hours of the morning here.
Yeah, for Australia, New Zealand is such a disadvantage. I mean, the time, and in case if Australia and
Yes.
New Zealand play in the final, the timing would be so bad.
Yeah,
No,
well,
the entire country will be awake. Yeah.
hmm.
Timing don't matter,
They
bro.
could be awake, yeah.
Oh, so close. Oh, that was damn close. They
Maxwell bowled
almost
in the
nicked
third
it.
over.
Almost nicked it. Tried to be
Oh
too
yes,
cute.
yeah, so close.
Oh, good, man.
My God,
Oh.
very very close.
Again, what is this look by Matthew Wade also?
A mustache, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's write a
really?
mail to Cricket Australia to hire a barber.
yeah. And
Groom these guys
well,
well.
Matthew Wade looks like an uncle with this mustache. He looks older than his age with this mustache. For me,
Well, I guess it's a sort of thing we do in Australia. I think
And
Murphy
same for
comes to
Warner.
mind with his
He
mustache.
also has that mustache. Yeah, Warner. And Maxwell with the ponytail. Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what these
Max.
players do these days,
Very
really.
weird, yeah.
Now
But
then,
in a way, I like, they have this freedom. Like Indians are like, oh, their beards are also properly shaved.
appeal.
and everything.
Will they go for the review? The wide has not been given. So discussing with Maxi Finch comes in.
Is it
No,
out?
no, no. It's outside
No,
leg.
didn't go for the review. If it's not a wide, it hit the thigh maybe, thigh pad.
yeah.
Good over so far from Maxwell and
Hey,
Zampa. Good
if
four
you want
overs.
to guarantee anything about Maxwell, he's a good one to the left-handers. Huh? Maxwell bowls well to the left-handers. That's what I've seen.
Zampa has been brilliant in this World Cup. Yeah, I cannot agree
Yeah,
with
yeah,
that.
yeah. Along
Yeah.
with Hazelwood. Don't forget Hazelwood. I'll just be back.
It is surprising to see Pakistan is struggling against spinners.
Mm.
True. And Fakhar
Because
Zaman
of
at
wide.
number 3. Yeah, who came at number 3? Yeah, Fakhar
Zaman,
Zaman. Yeah,
Zaman.
I think he'll go out soon. I think that would be good, ideal for Pakistan also to bring in Shoaib Malikian or a Mohammad Hafiz.
See, the good thing about Zaman is, if it's not Zimbabwe, you don't have to worry.
True. The 200 knock. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
All their records are against Zimbabwe, okay?
75 for 1 after 11. Australian fans can be happy with this right now, with how both the spinners are doing, both Maxwell and Zampa.
Yeah, the last few overs we've done well. Done really well.
With
Pakistan
this,
looking to try
essentially
to.
brought down the score to maybe a limit of 160 now. I don't see them accelerating that much.
It could be good. It could be like yesterday.
No, but
Maybe.
you have to understand, Jordan is still a medium pacer. You can't hit that many runs with a Stark bowling or with a Cummins bowling, okay? and you have to hit proper hit.
But
If Stark and
he's
Hazelwood are able to maintain their line and length properly, it will be very difficult to hit them at 15 runs, 20 runs.
okay.
I would say even
Guys,
150 would be difficult for Pakistan, if you ask me. Maybe I'm over supportive towards Australia today. But yeah,
I actually support Pakistan because of what they've helped Sri Lanka before. I mean, Sri Lanka cricket a lot,
hey, excuse me.
especially during.
What
if
have they
you are
supported?
if you are
We were
supporting
playing Sri Lanka
Pakistan,
every year. What have they
don't
supported?
forget
India supported Sri
don't
Lanka.
forget these guys played well and they beat us by 10 wickets. That fire is
Aryan, wait.
still burning in our
Aryan,
hearts. So
brother.
we want Australia to win.
Ar- Aryan, brother, wait. He's saying Pakistan, what support they give? The only team who was playing year by year proper series towards with Sri Lanka was India.
Yeah, both
Even
us.
now,
Not
even now
every
when
year.
we could have left Sri Lanka
Yeah,
with a
yes, India
$4
cricket
break.
also has helped, but Pakistan cricket has come in most crucial times. I mean, during the war, if I'm not mistaken, they came for so many tours, then helped us. I think recently, I think Sri Lanka also helped Pakistan when Pakistan cricket wasn't also. When tours were suspended, I think Sri Lanka was the first team to support Pakistan and went for a tour in
Good
2019.
shot. That's a good shot from
Disappointing.
Rizwan and
Disappointing to
six.
hear from a Sri Lankan fan after all the series India Sri Lanka played. Disappointed.
I mean, India did help. India cricket did help Sri Lanka. Pakistan also have.
I want you to go and check a
Okay.
stat. Which team has Sri Lanka played the most? Go check.
I know, but that also this ICC
Go and
tournaments
check.
have been included. Lot of
Go and check.
matches,
Go and check.
ICC tournaments.
Check for
Then
bilaterals.
there
You
are
need to
so
go
many
and check.
series and a
Someone
six,
do
I
it.
think, from this one.
Yeah, good
Let,
shot.
let's get back to the match, and it's a good six from Rizwan.
Oh,
Okay, that reaction is like either a dropped catch or something they could have
Oh,
done.
it went off the edge for four.
that's a tough chance for a keeper, but
Hmm.
Very difficult. Considering how it went, it was still very close. His anticipation was on point.
oh,
He'll go and say, "Not Dhoni, man, not Dhoni." How he did against it with
if it
that
was
one.
Dhoni, he would have caught that.
He would have put his leg somewhere here and there and would have stopped it. Oh, so close, man, so close. It flew past
Oh
the edge.
no.
Fakhar Zaman is actually struggling. Not
Hey,
only
why
did he
are you
face three
abusing Fakhar
deliveries.
Zaman, man?
Hey, how can you call 2 of 3 a struggle? And he's only
No,
faced
I mean
three
he's
deliveries.
not faced deliveries yet. I mean he should. I hope he's been. I don't know.
If
Fakhar Zaman at
we,
number 3, it's a bit of a concern. They should have brought in a Hafiz at this situation.
you can argue about that, but why would you chop and change your inform batting lineup?
True. Yeah.
Mm.
But still, in this pressure situation, I don't know. Maybe they would have gone with the right kind
Or
of
yes,
combination.
you can change, but if you drop the player from his position in a semi-final and he's been doing well, that's a dent to his own confidence. And especially in knockout games, if you don't show confidence in your players at a certain number, maybe in the future that does not augur well for any side in the long term. That's what's my take on. Um, they are not in as solid a position as they want to be. If they were 100 and something for no loss at this stage, maybe then you could think of sending in a hitter. But Fakhar Zaman also gives you the left-right combination, so that is
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
also
True.
one
By
tactic
the
that he's
way,
out there
Rizwan
to
became the
counter
first
that.
player to score 1,000 runs in a T20 internationals in a calendar year. And a great over for Pakistan, 14 runs.
And
Maybe
this side,
use Maxwell for another over. I don't know. Could be.
No, not now. Get in one
this
of
side,
Hazelwood.
Small.
Get in
if
maybe a
He
anyone,
brought in
Stoinis
Stark
now.
once again.
who's it? Stark. Yeah.
Yeah, Stark's ball. Yeah.
Makes sense. Now he has 3, so 13. Then they have to wait till 17 probably. 13, 17, 19 for Stark. Cummins has 2, maybe 18 and 20 for Cummins.
Yeah.
Hazelwood has 2. So next probably 14 and 16 is important. Who will bowl 14th and 16th over then?
Zampa?
Not Zampa. Maybe they need
Zampa is
one
one
from
over.
Stoinis.
No, I think Marsh bowled 1 over, no, if I'm not
See,
mistaken.
again, Zampa has bowled 3 over 17. Keep him out now. Giving 4th over to Zampa could be disastrous.
No, I would say not. I think maybe bring him in the 15th or 16th.
Pawan, I'd like to remind you
Zampa.
the same mistake the Scottish captain did. Erasmus. He had 3 great overs.
Oh, what a ball.
This
What
4th
a
over
ball.
started the assault. You don't
True,
want to
true,
give
true.
that.
Shankar, he asked, how is the Sheffield Shield matches going on, Jack?
Good.
They've been going on well. I think they're playing at the MCG now, which is good.
Yeah.
Sheffield Shield cricket, because Victoria's been doing it tough with this current situation. So that's great seeing Shield cricket back. That's been going well. South Australia, my team I support. Yeah, we're going bad. It's not great. South Australia are always rubbish. We're rubbish. We've got Jason Gillespie as coach, and
Must be feeling
we're on the top of the Sheffield Shield ladder briefly, and someone said, take a photo of this. South Australia's on top of the Sheffield Shield ladder, and now we're on the bottom again. We're not going well.
I think Jack Queensland are doing well.
Yeah, they always do well, Queensland. Victoria have been doing well. New South Wales have
Yeah, Queensland, yeah.
started poorly as well, I think.
And what about NSW? How are they going?
New South
New South
Wales.
Wales?
Yeah, I think they lost against Victoria, and I think they lost again to them, I think. So it hasn't been great start for them this summer, because they came late with Victoria because their games were delayed because of the situation that's happening here in Australia. So the other states played their games, more games than New South Wales and Victoria, obviously, because of all the stuff
Good
that's been
delivery
going
over
on.
there from Stark.
Stark coming in
Good over
and
so far
bowling like
from
Stark,
Stark.
what we expected. Finally, the Stark is up.
That's more like a Mitchell Stark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's exactly my
that's
question.
the
This
way
one getting
the Aussie in Jack came out.
The
Aggression,
Aussie
that's
Jack came out.
now
You
Rizwan.
don't be injured.
Oh my god,
Obviously,
that's
you want to ruffle them up a bit.
just text the umpire to give
could
short
have been a hit wicket there if he dropped the bat. Rizwan.
Pawan, then you made this comment. I'll take you back to RP Singh bowling to Sangakkara, the bat going up in the air. Sangakkara getting hit wicket. Remember that?
Why
That was-
are you bullying this Pawan, man?
Well, when was that? I can't
Let him
remember.
have
that.
something.
I can't remember that actually.
No, you don't remember. Actually, you don't remember that. Just
No, I don't.
Oh,
See, all the bad things in Sri Lankan cricket, Pawan has erased. He remembers the 950s.
That's
He
good.
remembers the 400s.
Yeah, that's good being a Sri Lankan fan to erase all the bad negative moments.
One guy has
that was
commented on
again.
Flipbus,
I want to see the replay. Such a
Zampa,
good
the
one.
silent killer of run rates.
Shankar here says Travis Head is doing well, I think.
Travis Head.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
going
he is.
double tap to the Marsh Cup, right?
Yeah, he did. That was good. Yeah, he's been really playing well. He got a Shield 100 as well, so he's making his case to be in the Ashes squad. Hopefully, batting at number 5.
So, how do the selectors keep tabs on all of these games? I mean, as the Ashes is so close, are there any scouting agencies which the board has?
I think so. I think they've got people around the grounds, or they watch the games themselves. We've only got 3 selectors. That's George Bailey, Justin Langer, who's here. I think he's the selector on duty for this T20 World Cup. Then you got George Bailey, and you got a new guy who replaced Trevor Holmes, who played for Australia back in the day. So you've only got 3 selectors really that are covering all the matches. So,
but out of those 3, I don't know the third guy, but 2 very good cricketing minds in Langer and Bailey.
Yes. Everyone was glad that Trevor Holmes retired, or because he's absolutely rubbish. Everyone was saying
he's the Mickey
you
Arthur
need
of
someone
Australia.
who's up in this modern era, if that makes sense. He was sort of in that old generation style thinking. You need like George Bailey and current players who've actually played in this era and know what players actually do.
Even Stark is smiling after delivery.
Fantastic
Seems
over.
like he's
Fantastic
pumped.
over.
Oh, no, going down there.
Seems like he's pumped right now.
Okay, I think they went for a 4, it seems. No, it's a dot run, dot ball. Why are
It's a dot
you
You just
giving this
you
reaction
just
for a dot
heard
ball, Jack?
you just
No,
heard
no, I
saying-
mean after the knock for Rizwan.
No,
Oh, like you.
Oh,
I was
yes,
for a wicket.
now
Now
it's the
it's
Stark. Now it's the Stark you want to see. He's using the sledging technique. That's what we associate with Stark. In the face. That's what we like about Stark.
I'd like to say I told you so. I'd like to say I called this at the start of the game. He's the only Aussie who's Aussie in the game.
Well, he's much better when he's aggressive, Mitchell Stark. He gets
Yes,
his tail up and he bowls fast.
Yeah.
He should do this
That's
more
why-
often. I hope he
that's
does
why
it in
there
the
was a-
Ashes.
Oh, my mind goes back to the game. Even though Australia lost, Eden Park versus New Zealand, he came around the wicket and bowled absolute guns. Brought Australia back into the match. I mean, that was something.
Oh, don't remind me about that game, Eden Park. Oh, jeez, that was jumping up and down, and I was like, oh, come on. And then, oh.
Good question by Shankar here. Will Payne captain?
Will Payne captain or will there be a change?
I think yes. For this,
I think they should not
He
change.
will.
I think for
Let's
this they
Payne
should just
captain.
go with Payne.
Yeah, he will. He'll captain. Beyond that, I don't know. He may retire after the Ashes, I think. If Australia win the Ashes, he may retire on
Okay,
that
so
note.
the next captain, Pat Cummins in the line.
A lot of people are saying Pat Cummins. Other people are saying it should be someone else because fast bowlers don't make good captains. But I think, well, if he's your best person for the job, then pick him.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying Steve Smith, but then you've got what happened in Cape Town. Obviously, do people
Yeah, I
want him
think
back as captain?
The public might go towards that side if Smith is given the.
What do you think about a Warner as a captain?
I
Well,
think
he's
Warner
banned.
can't
He
captain
won't
for
be
Australia
captain ever
again.
again.
He
He's
can't
banned.
captain ever again.
Why not?
But I did hear something.
No,
the
he's
other day
banned.
that
After
said,
that,
he
boss
should
has
come
been-
back as captain or
See,
leadership role. But
Again,
that's
at that
never
point,
going
it
to
was
happen.
Steve Smith who was captain, not Warner.
But the
we are
vice
playing with
captain also.
technicality
It
here.
was
We are playing
Warner
with
who
technicality here, I
motivated
know.
Bankford
But
to
don't
do
you
that.
think
William Smith.
Warner would be more motivated to, be and come back and be a better captain for that matter? It would actually do Australia much more good.
It's either him or it's either Smith or Cummins. One of them.
Yeah, why not? Why are they not considering Finch in Test?
Labuschagne
What are
might
his
be an
numbers?
interesting choice as
Finch
a
would
young
be
Um,
captain.
interesting choice.
Yeah, but he hasn't captained any form of cricket, I don't think. But Pat Cummins captained New South Wales in an ODI during the ODI Cup here in Australia.
He's
That's an
captaining
indication that he may captain Australia. Probably Cricket Australia gave him the memo to New South Wales and said, let him captain a bit. But the next thing
issue is
he's going
Pat
to be
Cummins
captain.
might
He has to
not
captain
play
the
all the
Sheffield
games.
Shield match first.
Pat Cummins
That's
might
the
not play all
version
the
of
games,
this.
first of all.
Well,
We need
he
to
did
play.
last summer. He did when he was playing for New South Wales last summer. He captained the domestic side for a few games, and then went off to Australian duties.
True.
Good knuckleball there from
Hazelwood. Yeah. Ashfaq Sports says, what are the Australia's players' motivation from Australia cricket? Jack, whether you can answer that.
Are we talking money or?
I don't have no clue. Yeah.
I think more like a game or a player as an inspiration, probably.
Oh, a player, not payer. Oh, okay.
Player,
There'll be
yeah.
a lot of motivation, of course. You're playing for Australia, you're playing for the country. You want to do well. And Australia haven't won a T20 World Cup. So the guys who are playing in this match today will be very motivated to do their best and hopefully get the job done. And hopefully it will be a trans-Tasman final, which I hope will be the case after
I think
that.
another 6 from Rizwan.
Okay, here's the question. Maybe Pawan will be very happy with this. Rather
Right.
than thinking about next captain for Australia, what about Ponting as the next coach? reinstilling that Aussie fire.
Is it 50? Well played, IOS.
Oh, what
Yeah,
a
I
shot,
think
man!
so.
What a shot!
What a shot!
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rizwan again. Well played.
I think Nitish maybe have. I don't know what Pakistan is doing. Only 42 balls left, maximum 80 runs. I think already in this over, I think 13 runs if I'm not mistaken.
See,
I think
Mohammad
if
Rizwan has
Pakistan,
done more damage in this inning than good because his 49 runs came in 40 balls. His 50 is coming in 41st ball. So in a T20 game, see, this is the same thing we criticized what Saurabh Tiwari did for Mumbai Indians. Yeah,
true.
we are talking about playing player on his what his achievements are. With Rizwan, we know he's a good player. But in a T20 game, if you're scoring 50 and 41 balls, it's not that good. You're essentially
Sometimes now again the criticism will come if he gets out right now. But then if he carries on and goes on for a good knock, then people won't say anything. This is how the thing works,
yeah,
right?
Shankar he says must be 2 a.m. in Sydney now. Great that Jack is
I
live.
don't live
Yeah,
in Sydney. I live in Adelaide, South Australia.
yeah, but
okay.
I think
Yeah,
still the
if it's
same.
cricket, yeah, all for cricket, obviously. During the Ashes in 2019, those 5 Test matches, I stayed up for all of them, and just about every Test went 5 days. So I was sleep deprived after that. But if
I
it's
think
cricket, I'm going to watch it. That's for sure.
there wasn't a pink ball test, in that. I can't. I think there was right for the Ashes one.
Yeah, the last series we had one, and obviously we're going to have one again here in Adelaide as well. So that's going to be exciting.
Yeah, against Pakistan, I think the pink ball test. Yeah, and that
Yeah,
goes
yeah,
until about 8 or 9. Yes.
yeah. And David Warner got his triple century in that
Hmm.
Test match.
Remind me, how has been Pakistan's performance in Australia in tests? Have they toured Australia in for tests?
Yeah, they have. The last tour was 2019-20, and they lost 3-0. Just about nearly every game they lost by an innings.
Okay.
The last tour before that, 2016-17, they nearly won at the Gabba from memory. They nearly chased down 450 plus to win.
Yeah, was it the series?
Gaba,
Jack-
Gaba, and let's not talk about Gaba. Gaba is
No,
Indian.
but Jack, was it the series where Azhar Ali came into form along with Yunus Khan, right? Was
Yeah,
it
yeah,
that series?
yeah. That series, 2016-17.
I won't take the
Yeah.
Rohan comment, the latest one.
Yeah, Pakistan not won a test since '94 in Australia.
Goes on to say something
Yeah.
about the approach they are having. Huh?
Especially
Because
in Test cricket.
the thing is, all great batsmen, when we're talking about legends of the game, we're talking from Richards to Bottoms and to Sachins and to Roots for that matter, they all have scored in Australia. Like that is a benchmark. If you want to be in that top, you have to score runs in Australia.
Yeah, that's right. Obviously, you are remembered as a Test player if you score 100 or big hundreds in Australia. It's a holy grail, really, for any cricketer. As you said,
Like considering the like if you do well in Sri Lanka or in Pakistan, a batsman would do more or less well in India because the conditions are very similar. But Australian, the whole condition is so different from the rest of the world. That's why it becomes such a big challenge.
yeah, that's
Because
right.
see, we associate. Oh, that's a no ball. But wait,
But-
hang on. Is that a no
Oh,
ball?
yeah, it is a
maybe?
no ball. Yep.
Oh,
Come on, Pat. Get
Who's on
your
strike?
foot behind the line.
no, maybe I was talking
Oh,
about
no,
height.
it was waist height. Sorry. It wasn't
Yeah,
front.
yeah, yeah.
Waist, yeah. Sorry.
No, it should have been a no ball.
Oh,
In this,
well, yeah, it's a no
no,
ball.
it
Good
is a
call.
no ball.
Yeah, above the waist. Yeah, good call.
But after that
Okay.
one run, next
Okay,
delivery.
considering it's a no ball, do you think what is the due status? Do we have any update on the due? Comments
No.
saying, could it be a slip? If that is the case, then Australia have a better chance. And the due is impacting in for 15th
But
over
I
in
think
the first
yesterday
innings.
also it didn't impact that much. I mean, even in the first innings also there was due. I think in the
Not
last
as
few
much
overs.
due, I don't
Yeah.
think, yesterday. Yeah.
because I'm just looking at the fielders. They all have the towels behind the backs now.
So there must be some dew there.
Yeah.
Probably not extreme dew yet.
No,
Could
see,
be in the second innings.
the thing that
Could
I
be.
notice about towels is when are the towels coming out?
Maybe in the
During the
second
second innings,
innings.
during the first innings, at what over in the first innings? Because that way you can anticipate what will be the due status when Australia starts to chase.
But I don't see any towels as of now with any fielder whatsoever.
Hey, look at them. They have towels, man.
But they're not using it like.
Yeah, but they're not using.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Maybe
No,
it's
they're not
starting to
using
come.
it as much. Yeah. They've got
Like if
towels
it
out there.
started now, then yeah.
But still, I think Cummins in T20 cricket, he just trying too much right now. All the balls are different. All the balls are like one is a cutter, one is a on speed and off speed.
Camera Ketmika.
Hi,
Hi,
bro.
bro.
Aman is soon gonna be monetized on YouTube. He has so many subscribers.
I don't know about that. Let's not talk about that
See,
right now.
monetization is all okay. The question is, will he pay all the other analysts? He's just paying.
No, 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 no. I will. Once I get it. Don't worry. Once there is enough amount, I will for sure. Because I think it's going to be small, right? When it
All the
starts.
500 and something subscribers, we also need you. Come to us. Come to everyone's. Go to cricket quizzes as well. Go there. Go
If
to
you want
Dibbly
to
Dobbly
hear about
Podcast.
Pawan's deepest secrets, come to cricket quizzes.
Oh, was there a full toss there from
Yeah, he
Cummins?
missed out.
Hmm.
Rizwan missed out on a full toss.
Was it a slow full toss?
Pawan, I
Only
think you
one
have.
wicket loss.
I think you have the links to all the three, right? To
Who's-
me, him, and him. The
Yeah, I do.
channel links. I mean,
Yeah, I do.
yeah.
I put
Okay,
it
well
up.
played. Very well played. Looking for two. Should get it. And oh, excellent placement. Excellent placement. He knew how hard he's hit that ball. So last 5 overs, looking at 10 and over. 167.
150. I think 150 is.
I think 165.
Guys, you're
I think another, but
underestimating
I think
something.
1 or 2 wickets will fall though.
Guys, but Stark is bowling 2, Cummins is bowling 1, Hazelwood is bowling 1. So that's 4 overs gone. Do you think they'll
One
hit 40
over
runs out of these 4?
But 1 over, I don't know who's gonna bowl that.
And they need
Maybe
one wicket
Cummins.
here and there. And they'll
Sorry,
run
not
havoc through
Cummins.
the lineup.
Maybe Stoinis.
I'm surprised they've not given a single. And it is too late to bring Stoinis now. They should have gotten him somewhere between the 12th to 14th over. If they had to at least get in. Because if they had done that now, then Hazel would have had one more over.
Zampa. Oh yeah, Zampa has got one, so he'll.
Zampa is
I
bowling
don't know,
his
man.
last.
I didn't want Zampa to bowl his 4th over. I think that's a mistake.
Two
I
for
don't
one
think
run.
he's been one of your best bowlers. Why would you not bowl him all
Yeah.
the 4 overs?
You think about the position also, na? It's bowling the 16th over now. You want Zampa to bowl the 16th over.
If he is one of your best bowlers, he can bowl at any stage. So I would throw him the ball whenever the things wants.
True.
Arun, again, I was talking about the same. Remember the Scottish game, Scottish versus New Zealand game. They had New Zealand by their neck. The 4th over by the captain Erasmus.
2 runs
That's
so
where
far in that
everything started to-
Zampa over. He's doing so good so far. Oh my god.
Gotta hurt his chest.
Oh, should have been a run out. Oh my god.
Yeah. So Australians are not having that direct hits anymore. Previously, Ponting and Clark and Simons and these guys used to hit left, right, and center. No, I don't know what's
But
happening.
Rizwan,
Especially
really
with Simons.
Simons was a monster, man.
see, you are talking
Monster in
about
the field.
Erasmus bowling that over right now.
Yeah.
Zampa. But if you talk about specifically only a spinner bowling in this stage, yes, it is kind of a risk. But we have seen, for example, Yuzi Chahal bowl for RCB numerous occasions within the death only, and he's been successful.
Yuzi Chahal has bowled as a death bowler. And you have to consider the
And
batsman's caliber here also. We're talking about
Rohan
okay.
here
Pakistan and
says
Rizwan. They were very
Pakistan
good
may get
player also.
170 winning score.
I don't think 170, bro. Maybe
170 is a
150
bit
max.
far-fetched, I think.
Is that a wicket?
No.
No,
What
no.
what happened there?
Oh, one bounce to the
He
fielder.
bounced.
Good fielding by Hazelwood, I think.
Bounced.
Okay,
No,
Cummins.
it's
Cummins.
Cummins.
So far, I think only 4 runs this over.
It's
Yeah,
been a good
Bro,
over from
So
Sam.
very good from
yeah,
Zampa.
brilliant from
Australia have
them.
escaped here. If they manage this good figures out of Zampa, they have escaped.
No, but Zampa, I think he's really understood the lengths to hit here, and he's
I think
basically
Pakistan
he's
may be
not.
targeting
Wow.
after this over.
See
Wow.
what.
Zampa, man. He's made me eat my words.
So Zampa Fakar Zaman is looking for something tossed up above his eye line so that he can go big. He's not doing that. He's bowling flat. Yeah, look at that. Again, a good ball. Just the
Tell me
5, I
something.
think.
Big
What
ball.
indications are you guys getting that they will go big? Their strike rates are 119, 114, and 106 till now.
They
Two
are
batsmen.
trying. This is a
They're
situation
trying.
They're
where,
not
where they are
connecting now.
trying.
And
Yeah, not
if
connecting because Australia are bowling well. That's the thing.
and all if you remember the big runs, the big 14 run over, they have had this lucky whereby where the edge has gone. They've not necessarily hit a big over. Okay.
I think this is where again. I think New Zealand yesterday did not let England get away. This is, I think, the
Ah.
similar situation. Australia are not letting Pakistan go away with the game. They are keeping them keeping them at bay. That's what I should
I'm,
say.
I'm excited for Stark's third over after what happened in the second over.
Bowl a
After
few.
what,
I think it's a
Keep
blessing in disguise actually. If,
I say
Fakar
keep
gets out
a
right
third
now.
man. I say keep a third man, fine leg, square leg, and a point, and one somewhere
yeah.
else midway. Bowl bouncers, bowl bouncer at Rizwan into his body. See what he
But how
does.
many balls? You can bowl one, then what?
Maybe
Have
bowl
one bouncer per
Yokers.
over.
No, like in the body, like what you do for a Hardik Pandya right now these days. You bring the mid off up, bowl short pitch into his body.
The
That's what
difference
you
is
do.
these guys are back foot players. They will just go back and they'll do a kick here, and that the bouncer is gone. If they're duck, it's gone.
Okay,
And
Hazelwood. I'm
umpiring has
interested.
been so pathetic this World Cup. Suddenly he will raise his finger. Okay, even if it's not above shoulder height, they will give it above
Asif
shoulder.
Ali is ready, so that's a good decision.
Yes, I think it will be a blessing in disguise. If I hope Rizwan doesn't get out with how he's batting right now. I never know. I don't want to jinx it right now for Pakistan
Yes, jinx it,
situation.
Pawan, jinx it,
No, I don't want to.
Pawan, jinx
Oh,
it.
good ball. Excellent delivery from Hazelwood.
Hat trick by Cummins and Hazelwood in next 2 hours.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening. Pakistan is some. I think 1 wicket will fall. A six from Fakar Zaman. Okay, I think I'll have to take my words back. Next delivery a 6.
Okay, break the stigma around mental health. Why are you showing this to me?
Every time they're
Hotstar,
showing this.
go to the game.
They're showing it everywhere.
The coverage from Star has been really pathetic.
Oh, that was. I mean, he tried the Yorker, but this is what we call
Missed
game
it.
of inches. Missed
He missed
it by
it.
a few inches. Yeah, only a few inches, and he.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Good shot there.
Yeah. But this is a release shot for Fakar Zaman because he was really, tied down by the Aussie bowlers right now.
True.
Oh, well, flat one, not that.
Rohan is saying one big over is due. Maybe this over. Maybe.
Still, I maybe max like 9 runs. I don't see like
Oh,
a 15,
look
20
at
over
where
run.
he's standing. Look at where Fakar Zaman is in his crease, really deep. So he's
That's what I'm
Already
stressing
8
now.
runs.
These guys are very deep in the crease. They bat very deep.
Already 8 runs this over. In 3 balls. Maybe Hazelwood can make a comeback or maybe Fakar can score a boundary again. Let's see.
Oh, it was a matter of inches, just over Smith's head, just really that 6, not by much.
Maybe I think they can target the fifth ball. I think Maxwell has bowled his four, so they have to bring in one more ball if I'm not mistaken.
Stark 2 and Cummins 1. We are well done with the overs, I think. Oh, well bowled. He's really worked on the Yorker thing, Jack, in the IPL Hazelwood. You don't really see him
Hmm.
bowling these Yorkers,
Yeah,
right?
true.
Yeah, he
In the
has.
earlier
He's
part of
improved all round, Josh. He really has. Bowling variations and changing his pace and
Good
just
comment by
really,
Rohan
he
here.
has
Middle
improved.
order has not batted lately for Australia. Under pressure in chase, bit
Hmm.
tough for them.
True.
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 And
But
Australia's
this could
middle
be the
order,
game. This could be the game.
Why
Maybe.
I'm
but the
getting
middle
a
order is
feeling
quite
that
experienced also. Like
Hmm?
it's covered with Smith and Maxwell and Wade. In between, there is a Stoinis. So it is not like there will be a collapse from Australian middle order as well. There are players who are very sensible, who have that experience to hold. Hazelwood pulled back nicely. After that 6 at 2 and a single.
but I think any total in Dubai is very chaseable. Just because of the huge.
True. Yeah.
Oh, is it a no ball?
Yeah.
It's a no ball. Okay, but
Oh,
I
man.
think what Rohan said is true. One due, big overdue.
These are 10
Guys,
runs that
as
can.
as an Aussie fan, I'm just happy that there is the dew is impacting this a lot.
6, 8, 9. I think 14 runs.
14,
I don't think
14,
they're using towels.
14.
Yet I didn't see that. I didn't see that from Hazelwood.
Guys, the ball is slipping from the bowler's hand.
You can
And I
see.
think if the best, I think, but still Pakistan bowlers, especially
If
in
dew is
UAE
impacting
conditions.
now, I don't think even 180 will be enough.
No, I don't. I think 180 is more than enough for Pakistan. I think if they get
Consider dew,
165,
Pawan.
yes, maybe they'll be in
Consider
trouble.
dew. Consider dew. If it is slipping,
Okay.
if the bowlers are unable to grip the
What
ball,
is happening is Rizwan. Okay, 12
Okay,
and
6 on the
yeah,
20,
next ball from Rizwan.
20 of the over, I
Good
think.
shot. Good shot.
20. Was it 20
Yes,
or what?
20.
Down.
20.
Not over yet. The over is
The
not
big
done yet.
over.
Yep.
Yes, 20 of 5 deliveries. The previous was a no ball from Josh Hazelwood. Surprising from Josh Hazelwood. Jack. I mean, last over going for so many. It's not expected
Hmm. Yeah. It's
generally.
just the way it goes in T20 cricket some days.
It's like not his day. It's just
Yeah, it's not his day. You go for
True.
runs. You do well to one game, you go for runs in the next.
Hmm.
It's just the way it goes.
21 runs off that over.
But it's like, to be honest, I'd like to give credit to the batsman. It was not that bad a bowl. Yeah, the batters are hitting well.
Hmm.
This one 67.
And if you take out this 21 runs, he had what? 3 overs, 27? That is not bad. It's fine. So, okay, Hazelwood is done, Sampa is done. 3 overs to
two
go.
for Stark,
Stark.
1 for Cummins.
Yeah.
Stark,
Okay, so
Cummins.
Stark Cummins.
Yeah, 2
Stark.
for Stark, 1 for Cummins, and there is one more for Maxwell, but they won't bowl him obviously. So it's 2 for Stark
Stark,
and 1
Cummins.
for Cummins.
That will be Stark, Cummins, Stark.
I think right now Pakistan should target 180. Otherwise, definitely they could be in trouble.
If Australia
175,
can
180 right now.
Hey,
them
bro, what are you
somewhere,
doing? You just said 180 is more than enough, and now you are saying they should target or it is not enough. What is your final verdict? Is it enough or is it not enough?
175, 180 for me.
Ah.
175, so 175
saying
plus. I think Pakistan
Max,
do have it.
I'm saying max what? 20, 25 runs in the next 3.
I don't see that happening. I think 35 runs.
Nah, I don't think so. 35. 25
Stark.
probably.
Oh, bowling. What a ball. Mid Stark, wide outside the off.
Just keep an eye on
I
the
think
pace.
that is why he's the lethal guy because he comes
Wow,
around.
wow, what a ball. That wide Yorker. 144.
He nails those Yorkers so well.
Yeah.
You don't
He
see
needs
that
time
there
to warm
often.
up, man. He's like an old war horse.
Hmm.
He needs some time.
Stark
But the
showing that
Yorker's such
aggression.
the Yorker is such an underutilized delivery these days.
Oh yes, yes.
True.
It's still. Oh, got him there. I just got the feeling from Jack raising his arms. A good wicket,
Yeah.
important wicket.
Another wicket. Yeah.
It was. And he played
Poor
well this
shot.
one. He did.
He played well, yeah.
Really?
Played well,
I mean, he at the end, his strike rate was 128.
Hmm.
Really? 67 runs at a strike rate of 128.
Oh, it's a semi-final. The runs are runs, so whatever
Yeah,
he
but
got.
see, we are talking about 170, 180 requirement and 67 runs. I'm not sure, man.
No, I would say in a high pressure situation, I think that's okay from Rizwan. If he didn't get out, most probably he would have accelerated. I mean, in the at least in the Cummins over at least.
Guys, just let's
But
be very objective about this. We would have criticized the same score in an IPL game. Wasted balls. Your score should have been much higher. If you're playing 57 deliveries, you should have scored more.
But that only depends situation to situation. Today he played according to what suited best for him.
What best? He was trying to hit sixes from start, swinging from the start. He was not connecting.
That's his role. That's his natural role in this side to be the aggressor along with Babar Azam. So yeah, today he tried, but in the first 6 overs you didn't see as many shots from him as
Okay, is
we
that
did
another
see.
wicket? It's traveling. Okay, it's just gone for 6.
Oh,
no, it's a
huge
six.
hit.
Good 6. Good 6. Zaman.
Asif Ali comes at number 4. Yeah, good choice there. That's the intent they
I'm
need.
not sure, Asif Ali. Maybe I would
But
have
he's
sent other
not.
center Malik.
No, he's one of those players who's got the ability to like hit from the very first ball. But again, he's so deep in the crease. Why are you feeding him full length balls? That's the easiest ball he could play if he's that deep. Maybe try some short pitch back of a length, something.
149.
So deep that short ball might go for wide. Oh, good ball, good. Are chase it, man.
Oh, is it a 4?
No,
4.
no.
He saved it.
No,
Saved
good
it.
fielding. Good fielding.
I did not see. Was it Maxwell, right, who cleaned up?
Yeah. Yeah, it was Glenn there.
I think
The
so, yeah.
other guy, he was like, I was running like, okay. I was like, what the hell are you doing? Dive.
If
The
you see
last moment Maxwell
if you
came
see-
in.
if you saw Maxwell approaching the ball, he basically left it.
Yeah.
That's the confidence these guys have in Maxwell.
Yeah,
That he
but
won't-
as viewer, we did not see Maxwell coming in. He was showing the other fielder and he was just diddling there.
Rohan here says Stark versus England batsman at pace. Be fun to watch in Ashes.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what. Okay, Jack's
Oh, what a good ball.
reactions.
He basically killed the umpire.
Jeez.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, 4 runs over there. Oh, my
That's
God.
That's
Well
umpire.
Oh, and he fell.
He
Umpire
loses.
fell.
Well
What a
done,
shot.
well done, well done. Chris Gaffney, is it?
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my
Umpire
God. Umpire
helmet
killer.
there or something.
Umpire
Nearly
killer.
nearly killed umpire.
Oh.
Oh, my God. I just
Oh,
want
it
to see
was,
that
it was
replay.
middle. It was
Oh,
Who was
middle.
that umpire over there?
Hmm.
Oh,
Chris
my
Gaffney.
God.
Who was that umpire with that
Good dive over there.
guard?
Oh, Bruce
Oxenford, right?
Bruce Oxenford with the
Hmm.
shield.
Oh,
Yeah.
poor ball, poor ball.
Bruce Oxenford, yeah. Let's see the
Oh,
last delivery.
what is he doing?
What is he doing? That's a wide. Oh, my.
Again, is it a due?
Yes.
My question.
See,
Could
the
be.
dew is one factor. The pressure of bowling at the death is one.
Yeah,
And how many
necessary.
times have you
It's not the
seen
due.
Pat Cummins and Mitchell start bowling waist high no balls?
No, who knows? But Pakistan bowlers, I don't know. Who knows? They can deal with the due better.
Hey, you biased player, biased analyst.
We saw against India. I mean, they didn't chase
Pawan, they
before,
are
so
also
yes,
humans.
this could be the
Pakistani
first
bowlers
match.
are also humans. They can also have a bad day,
Yeah,
and they
true,
can
true.
also be affected by the dew. So
Very true.
we cannot put a guarantee on the fact that Pakistan will bowl well,
Yeah, but
given
they
the
have been the most
yeah.
consistent bowling attack.
Yeah. But today in a knockout, the league
Yeah,
stage
true, true.
performances
Hmm,
kind of take a back seat
true, true.
when
Pawan,
you're in
I'd like to tell you a story about consistency. In the 2019 World Cup, reaching to semi-finals, India took 10 wickets in each game. That's consistency. We lost to New Zealand in the semi-final. Okay. You want to say something about consistency, Pawan?
About what?
Pawan, anything? Anything on consistency, Pawan? What happened?
But that India match, I mean, Dhoni's run out. I mean,
Hey,
that's
why would you go back to that intentionally or unintentionally? Let's focus on the match. We're watching the semi-final.
Some
Australia and
yeah.
Pakistan.
Actually the most
That is the
important over of
most,
the game,
you
penultimate over.
know,
Let's see.
that is the most
Yes, I'd like you to
hurtful
predict
thing.
how many overs in the 19th, how many runs in the 19th over.
No, let's do
I would
that for
say
the
12
last one.
runs.
We did. Oh, I
12.
said, ask Jack. Yesterday, I said 12 runs in the final over.
Oh
And
wow! First ball and
played.
out.
Asif
Out.
Ali goes. Yes.
Excuse me. I not to brag, but like I said, should have sent Shoaib Malik.
Asif
Pressure,
Ali
dude.
gone for a dark.
You can hit in the regular games. It's knockouts, World Cup knockouts. Not just anyone can come in.
If Australia managed to keep them under 175 somehow, that'll be great.
I think even 180 will not be enough considering the due that we are seeing.
But for
I
that,
think
Australian openers need to give a good start. Remember that. The first 6 overs will decide the fate of the chase.
The
the first
175,
6 overs
yes,
will
I
decide the
agree with
fate if
Arnold.
Australia manage to get the first 6 overs without a wicket.
Hmm.
If there is no wicket in the first 6, Australia is chasing this.
Maximum one.
No wickets. Just manage the power play without a wicket. Australia is
They have got
losing
enough
this
depth,
game.
obviously, to go hard in the back end. So yeah.
Good catch by Smith. Huh? Safe hands.
Mitch has always been safe hands. Yeah.
I have lost the confidence in all safe hands. People have done some really weird stuff while catching. That idiot umpire, he stole the catch of the tournament from Ravindra Jadeja.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, that was
What an effort that was. He ran
a
some
30
33
meter
meters
sprint,
in 5 seconds.
5 seconds, 30,
Full
30
length
meters.
dive. My goodness.
True. Gave it not out.
See, your guy comes in,
Yeah.
Venki, Shoaib Malik.
He's another legend of the game, man.
Hmm. And I think Ramesh Raja wants both of these
Is
two
there
to
another
retire
wicket? Is that
also.
another wicket? And oh, I was just talking about safe hands. Oh my god.
Oh
Ooh.
no, Steve Smith.
Oh my God. What is this?
Arian, Steve Smith
Oh,
Again
always
another
keeps his
drop.
hands.
Jeez.
What happened?
Oh, it hit his thumbs there.
Straight
Just
into
popped
his
out.
hands.
Oh, yeah, I think that's not an excuse over there. That should have been caught.
Oh,
Exactly what I was telling.
Oh, unfortunate.
Oh, he was on the move. He was on the move. He was not still when the ball came. He
And
was on the
maybe
move.
Cummins would have been on a hat trick.
What on the move are you talking? If
He was like, if you see, he was beginning to put in the slide, whatever he was trying to do. He wasn't
Huh.
still under that ball.
yeah, all catches are like that. If his fielder is not in the move, it has directly come to him.
Yeah, but he tried to slide or something. He wasn't like standing still. But anyways, Mr. Malik.
Should have been another.
Yeah, easy catch for Smith's mind. I mean, by his standards. And that too
Pakistan
dropping
should
for
target
someone who's
15 or
said
20.
batsman.
Look at Aaron, comment for you from Shankar sir.
What?
Safest fielder dropping a catch.
Hmm.
Steve Smith.
Yeah, but well, we've seen Kohli drop so many, right? So well, Even
Kohli is a very overrated fielder. I don't know. He's dropped a lot of catches. People are like, "Oh, Kohli best fielder." He's a very bad fielder, to be honest.
yeah,
Go for a good over from Cummins.
Wow, what an
2
over!
runs. Big concern for Pakistan. They need to, I don't know, somehow target Stark again.
Dhawan, you are the only Pakistan supporter in the panel today.
yeah. All of us
That's
are
good. That's good also, though. It's good in a way.
needs to be
He generally
someone,
jinx, man.
So he's there on the Pakistan side. But I think,
Reman
guys,
should
if
be dancing
Pakistan
today.
make it versus New Zealand now, Pakistan are going to run over New Zealand because there is always some psychological advantage when Pakistan.
Wow, what the over! What an over! Wow.
2 runs.
Excellent comments.
Shankar here says, Aryan, they will restrict to 175 or below.
All the
Very
shots that this
crucial
guy
ball.
hit versus Stark, they've targeted the slower ones of that over. I don't know why Stark went for that slower ball to deceive the batsman.
Very good over. Very good over from
Oh
Cummins.
wow,
Finishes.
that is Aussie's short ball, that last ball. Wow.
Oh, wow. Bowling
More like
it.
that.
Come on.
Wow.
Three runs only in the 19th over. 19th over, have to appreciate. Brilliant over.
See, I think as an
Jack
Aussie
thoughts
bowler,
that over from Cummins.
Yeah,
Game
good
changer
over.
for possibly a game changer for Australia right now.
Yeah,
there's Hazelwood, Cummins, and
absolutely.
Stark in the team.
He
There
bowled
should
well,
be
Pat.
12 balls hitting the helmet. There should be 12 balls hitting the helmet in the game. One per over.
I think T20 there is only one bouncer allowed, na?
Yeah, only one. Second is a no ball.
But if we look at the long picture and how much the game has shifted towards the batters in recent times, we all know that at least 2 bouncers, something for the bowlers, something to just
Yeah, but
add
not
into
for
the arsenal.
fast bowlers. If you give 2, Stark will destroy. There will no batsman left. Don't forget the bodyline series. That's not the reason.
Final over.
Again, Stark.
1 run in the first delivery.
Yeah, Stark went for 15 in the last. He's still 3 overs 23. Good ball. Good first ball.
Yeah, that is what. See, guys, that is what I pointed out. Into the pitch to Fakhar Zaman, he's so deep in the crease. That will be a difficult length to face, and that is what Cummins, executed really well last over.
Cummins should have had another wicket, man.
Yeah, man, he should have dismissed Fakhar Zaman.
Wasn't the first catch dropped by Warner was also of Cummins? Cummins should have 2
No, I think Hazelwood. No, Maxwell. He dropped Rizwan of Maxwell.
Acha, Maxwell.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
But on the other hand, Australia are due a T20 World Cup also.
True.
Considering how big of a powerhouse the team is, yet to win a T20 Cup.
Oh, that's more like it, Mitchell Stark.
Oh!
That's more like it.
Oh, yes.
Brilliant.
Big wicket, huh? Shoaib Malik, big wicket.
What a comeback from Australia.
He hit some 18 ball 15 the last game, right?
Yeah.
What a comeback.
Now, Venki, what difference did it make? Shoaib Malik 1 run, Asif Ali 0. So
The difference is 1 run. See, my point is, Asif Ali, for all that he's done, is still a new guy to the international scene, And we are talking about World Cup here in semi-finals. You cannot expect the same hitting. If he managed to do that, we are talking at MS Dhoni level. Then he
But
has
still,
that calm head.
But if Malik is coming in this situation, Asif Ali, any batsman for that matter, he has to do one thing. Basically slog. That is the thing you want.
Asif Ali came in 17th over. Malik is facing his second ball in the 19th over. There's a difference,
Good comeback by Australia, yes.
The professor is
Malik
in.
gone. Maybe at least 170 now in this situation for Pakistan.
What happened? 175 minimum. Now maybe
Yeah, with the
170.
situation there, with the situation. So
Jack,
maybe
what's the
two
score?
sixes from
Would
Paka.
Australia be happy chasing this thing around
Yeah,
180?
very happy.
I think they will be. I think they'll be very happy.
Considering the amount of dew we have seen, the slip-ups that these bowlers have had, I think Australia should be. They should win this, if you ask me. If it is under
Jack, will
170,
Aussies chase this target? Obviously, I think I could say yes, they would.
then why
Yes.
are you asking?
If there's dew around,
Poor
yes.
question over there from Shankar. Hafiz coming at number 6,
Oh,
facing Stark.
good ball, good ball.
I think we should chase these down if we have a good start from Finch and Warner in the first 6 overs.
You said 4 runs?
No.
No.
2 runs. 1. I think 1.
I just love how his action is very nice, huh? Very fluent action. Stark. Considering Chris Gale is out, is currently Malik the oldest player?
Rohan here says Pakistan bowlers better equipped to bowl under dew.
Oh wow!
That's what IOS has
Wow! Genius!
I do agree with Rohan.
That's
Oh, what a shot!
Wow!
What a shot from Fakhar Zaman. Yes, at last some positivity.
See, this is the problem with being a Fakhar Zaman fan. You have to abuse him every time he's a good shot.
I think Venkat will have to take his comment a bit on him scoring against Zimbabwe only at the start.
Yeah, so he's still scoring at 160. What?
Yeah, but today I think he scored a half century, right? No, 2 runs short. 2 runs short.
Oh,
What a shot.
Oh wow! Wow! Oh, wow! Huge hit!
OMG,
Oh
he's
my god,
cleared.
175. Thank god.
Wow.
Who I did.
Huge
Oh my
hit.
god.
It went to second tier, I think.
Yeah.
Oh my god. 2 sixes. Brilliant. And
Okay,
his
this
half
is-
century. Well done, Fakhar Zaman.
This is
Brilliant.
commendable. I have not
Wow.
seen
Brilliant from Fakhar Zaman.
This is ambushing Mitchell Stark. This is like ambushing him. OMG.
Wow,
50.
good. Brilliant.
Both sixes have gone above 80 meters.
I mean,
Superb.
80 meters.
Superb. 175.
Okay, now I would say Pakistan have a great score.
I still don't think Pakistan have a great score.
I think
Still,
Pakistan
Australia is
have this
doable.
now.
It is doable.
Pakistan have this. And they finished 176 for 4.
176 or 4.
Yes, I think Pakistan have this, but I think still, yeah, 10% probability that Australia can chase this. 10 or 15%.
How much?
10 to 15%.
Come on, man.
There is a limit to be biased. Okay. There is a limit
Yeah,
to be
bit biased. Yeah, because I'm supporting
No,
for
no,
Pakistan.
you're not a
yeah.
bit biased. You give 80% chances for Pakistan to win. That is not a bit biased. That is clear, outright billboard bias.
True, yeah. But poor over from
Let's
Stark.
be okay. Jack, would you agree if I say like 60-40 Pakistan? That's a fair call, right?
50-50.
I think Pakistan. Yeah,
50-50.
Pakistan's
Consider the
slightly
due, guys.
in front.
Consider the due. It's very difficult to defend.
yeah, that's
But
true.
Pakistan bowlers, I think they are the best under due for me. The bowlers, especially
Okay,
the
right
fast
now,
bowlers.
Pawan, what you have done in the last hour and a half, you made Pakistan bowlers the Avengers of the T20 World Cup.
Rohan here says more than enough, 176. Yeah, I completely agree. I do agree with Rohan here.
But great knock by Zaman. See, this is what I'm taking. When you're hitting 50, a 32 ball 55 is a good score. You're striking at 170.
And Rohan says a good point over here. Pakistan is majorly sponsored by India. So if not us, they'll win. India. What's the comment over here right now?
Hey, be on the ICC, man. What is your problem? Didn't you hear the comment by Ramiz Raja? If India decides Pakistan is done.
Hey, tell Ramiz Raja to call the management and tell there's a blank check waiting for them. Then they'll win the match.
Only the situation that Pakistan was before the 2020 World Cup and coming to perform like this without having
No,
even a New Zealand tour or
Even
England
Hayden is
tour.
happy. Hayden is happy. Look at him smiling. I think it's a Hayden effect also. The change in their mindset, the way they're approaching this World Cup. It's very hidden way of playing.
Or just good batting from After Zaman mainly. Live stats. So those 2 sixes were vital.
Yeah.
Final over.
I mean,
and to be
from
fair
someone's
to
caliber,
Mitchell
you can
Stark,
expect.
those were very poor balls. They were like in the slot.
True. But still, yeah. You three obviously backing Australia, I think, for sure. And I'll be backing Pakistan in the second innings. Yeah, Jack, what do you expect in the second innings? Especially the
For
power play.
Australia too.
Again,
For
rhetorical
Australia
question
too.
to ask Jack.
Well, hopefully Australia can chase it down. I think we're a good chance if we get off to a good
See
start.
how modestly Jack has answered that. Hopefully they can chase it.
Jack, you're a very modest fan, man.
Hopefully we can. Finch and Warner, if they start well, we can get them.
Yeah.
I do say Cummins hasn't missed his length, but Stark, yes, in the final over.
I
Aussie
have one
bowlers
question
missed
for
their
you.
length by a huge margin, isn't it? I
Pawan, I
would
have
say
one
Stark
question
in the
for you.
last over, but not in
In
the first
last,
2 or 3 overs.
Pawan, in last 6 months, whichever team you supported, whichever, has it won?
But
You supported Delhi Capitals, they lost. You supported Sri Lanka, they went out. So
Guys,
even the team you are
guys,
supporting
there's
is
a
not
meme.
winning.
Just listen to this one. Guys, there's a meme. There's a David Warner and the tagline is carrying Australia. Okay, carrying their batting lineup. There's Babar Azam carrying Pakistan. There's a British Airways photo carrying England.
thank God I wasn't supporting
And there
England.
should be an Indian Airways photo also carrying India.
True. And maybe Sri Lanka as well over there.
But it is good to see like the teams that were touted to win the cup were England, India, probably West Indies, and we have completely different teams now. Pakistan, New Zealand, and Australia getting in.
But
To be
there's
honest,
still
I did
one
not
big team
consider
left.
Australia to win this one because
Big three.
yeah, I did not consider Australia to win because of the recent their performances against Bangladesh and all. I mean, there
But
were
that was
doctored
the
pitches
B
clearly.
team.
There were very
And
pathetic pitches. I agree, but still, no matter what the condition is, you expect Australia to win against Bangladesh definitely. So I definitely did not consider, but it's good to see,
yeah, guys, I think we'll end this. I think it's gone too long, and maybe Jack, I don't know, maybe
Oh, Jack, go to
yeah,
sleep,
we've
man.
gone too long.
Poor
Yeah,
guys.
Jack
What
is
is the
getting some
time
sleep
there?
now.
What is
Yeah.
the time there,
Yeah,
Jack?
it's like nearly 2:30 in the morning here, but
yeah.
Only,
I think
only.
let's send it over here. Yeah.
I'll be listening and hoping the boys can chase it down.
Hmm.
Riding every ball as I sleep, and hopefully I wake up and they can get the win and versus New Zealand in the final on Sunday.
One
I
day.
remember these scenarios when I was in school for the 2007 World Cup, and I was allowed to see only the first innings because it was in South Africa. It was delayed for us, and I used to see, oh, India scoring only 170. Next day morning, oh, what happened? We used to ask in school, and the guys are like, oh, India won. Oh, really? How? Then we go and check the scorecards and everything.
No. The first thing I would do is I would run out of my house, get the newspaper in my hand. That's the first thing I would look for in the morning. When
We had to reach school at what 6:30, dude, in the morning. So it was very difficult to get your hands on the newspaper.
I used to do it for 2014 IPL because it obviously got late. I wasn't allowed to watch too much cricket. And every day I would look up, Punjab won. I was like, yeah, this is the way to go. But those were the days gone by, and right now,
Those are not the days. Yeah, hope
See,
next year
this
will
is
be a change.
okay. Poor over from Stark. Please don't do this. He's one of the most renowned bowlers in the world. Please write good batting from Fakhar Zaman. I would
Hey,
Yeah.
rather.
you're talking to Pawan, who said Delhi Capitals will win the World Cup. Okay.
Oh my God.
What World Cup? I said the IPL.
No IPL banter, but well, he's got Ricky Ponting and Shane Warne behind him. Jack. That's nice. No spin. Is that an autographed one? If I see there, right behind you.
The Shane Warne one is.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
Ricky
Where do you
Ponting-
stay? Where do you stay, Jack? Where do you stay? Can you tell me the address? What time are you planning to sleep today?
Maybe we'll do this privately without saying this live. Yeah, but we'll end it. Yeah, we'll end it over
Yeah,
here. Yeah, thank you so much,
Yeah,
Jack, for coming today.
hopefully in the future we'll go to the Adelaide Oval and watch a game with Jack.
Hmm.
Maybe
Yeah, in Australia. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
that would be great.
Hmm.
Yep, it would.
Along with Jack. Yeah, even Big
On
Bash
the-
games. Yeah.
On the grass bank.
Yep, I've been there. I've sat on that bank. I've sat in front of that scoreboard and watched a few Big Bash games and a few international matches. So, yeah, it's one of my favourite grounds in the world. The Adelaide Oval really is. Followed by
It is your
Lord's
home
and the
ground,
MCG, in my opinion.
It is your home ground in a way because you live there. Yeah.
Do you play, Jack? Do you play?
Yeah,
You just,
yeah, I do. Yeah. Play for my local club here, where I'm from. We've just started actually. The season started a few weeks ago, so we're looking to win the premiership again after winning it last season. So hopefully I can
Oh, great! Defending
make
champs.
a contribution this summer, and hopefully we can win again.
That's great.
So how is the tag of defending champions going with you? Since you won it last year.
We've embraced it. We've just trying our best, and that's all you can do in the game.
Yeah.
There's some other teams who are stepping up in our competition this year. The underdogs, who were in the final against us last season, no one expected them to do that. So they've improved. Other teams are looking dangerous. We have to be on our game, and that's what you have to do in cricket. You have to
What's
look
your role like? You batter, your bowler. What's your role?
I wouldn't say my batting's like Don Bradman. I wouldn't put it that way. Usually
Maybe
a tail
Ricky
end the slog. Go
Yeah,
out
but-
there, bat at number 11 and slog it.
Yeah,
just
but mainly
hope
the bowler,
hope for the
right?
best.
Mainly the bowler. Like
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
as a bowler, really. I bowl a few overs. Not real pace, medium pace. Sort of like Mike Hussey in a way when he used to bowl. His medium paces.
See, I like how he started. I'm not like Don Bradman, but I'm like Michael Hussey, Mr. Cricket.
Well, pretty much I am. Just the way I love the game, really. I'm a cricket tragic, really.
everyone. Is like,
So I am the Mr. Cricket, really.
yeah.
People know me.
Guys,
they call
we'll
me
end it,
Mr.
I
Cricket.
think, right now, just before the second inning starts. Yeah, but thank you so much,
Thank you, Jack.
Aryan, Venkat from the Cricket Quizzes. Please follow him on Instagram. Please subscribe to Aryan's the direct hit. I'll put the links
Oh my
also.
God! We
in the
got
description.
we got 500 subscribers. He forgot the name of my channel.
No, I didn't. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, the direct hit. I'm so sorry.
He's the big man.
No, I did say the direct hit of that. Yeah,
Oh, just kidding.
please.
Just kidding. Yeah.
Please subscribe to the Dibbly Dobbly Podcast as well, Jack's channel, as well. So thank you so much, Jack, for coming today. And let's see. Right now, I think let's see predictions. I think 60-30. I think 63-38.
60-40, Pakistan.
Dude,
Yeah.
when you say predictions, the total has to come to 100. 60-30 is 90. Where is the 10?
A tie super over.
So close
super
over there from Shine Afridi at the start. Yeah. But for
Close.
now we'll end it
It
over
was
here. Yeah.
3 stumps away from the off stump. The ball was like away from the bat. What close
Swinging
are you
over
talking
there.
about?
But good swinging over there from Shine Afridi.
Dude, there is a limit
First
to be
delivery.
biased. That was too biased. You're talking about anything.
Yeah. Guys, we'll end it over here. Thank you so much, guys. And Please do subscribe to the Sports Breakdown. Please do subscribe to the Direct Hit. Please do subscribe to the Dibbly Dobbly Podcast, and do follow the cricket quizzes on Instagram. Yeah. Until then, see you guys, and let's meet you tomorrow for the post-match analysis of the second semi-final between Australia and Pakistan. Yeah. Till then, see you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.